Well, this is gonna suck. Okay, so we're playing Scrafty. Ruffians attack. Flip a coin for each darkness Pokemon you have in play. So we can do anywhere from 0 to 360 damage. It's gonna go terribly. We got the coin flip counter. I think it makes more sense to do H and T because heads and tails, it doesn't really line up from a character perspective. Like, I guess I could do it separately, but no, this is what we're doing. H and T, we're doing heads and tails. It's another freaking coin flip deck because I'm a crazy person. Mr. Leon, thank you for the sub. Yeah, it's gonna be rough. It's gonna be rough today. So I have it's just basically Scrafty Toxtricity and Scrafty Gengar. That's about it. I tried to add a little bit of spice, but it's there's only so much you can do, right? I put in the Sneasel. It's a card that exists. It can help if I, hit something for 160 and then I can, clean it up later. There is, some lists like I got the Gengar. I have an Area Zero build that's terrible. We're gonna be fine. All right, so let's just get it going. Let's just get it up. I don't think I'm gonna be doing that. Use one attack. Well, that's even less likely. That's even less likely. But Mr. Leon, thank you for the sub, and it's a paid sub. Alan Cog Spark. Are they a member of the Cog? Are they a Gears of War player? Whoops. So if you didn't see, Andrew Mahone uploaded a video about Expanded and what the hell's going on with Expanded in Pokemon, in the Pokemon trading card game sphere. And the answer is that they don't care. But he hearted my comment. And Lena, it's always time to procrastinate working and never gonna let me down. Congratulations. All right, well, this is why we play Toxel. All right, well, it could be they might think this is a mirror match. They might think it's a mirror match. But what does Azul do? Oh, also Azul copying Trust Your Pilot. I saw that thumbnail. Oh, playing the Brute Bonnet. Oh, crap. Well, at the very least, we didn't have a chance. At the very least, we didn't have a chance. It's been a while since we've seen a donk deck. Well, it's not Marnie's Scrafty. What's that I was saying about Brute Bonnet? Azul, weird how Azul plays a Brute Bonnet deck and Pilot played it last year. Azul's playing decks that came out last year. Playing a Brute Bonnet deck. I remember when Trust Your Pilot was the first one to play that deck. Huh, weird. Weird how all the other YouTubers are jumping on Trust Your Pilot's doing. Makes me, well, that was a donk deck, okay? If I gotten another basic, it's not like I play basics in this deck. Playing basics is for nerds. I don't do that. All right, so I play Pokegear, I play Trolley. I think every single list has Trolley and 12 basics. So the fact that, we're struggling here. Oh, cool. What the hell is this? Are you serious? Are you literally serious right now? I guess I should have started the Toxel, actually, now that I think about it. Oh my god. We start the Arven for the Trolley, but then we just have all basics in our hand. And then, of course, I don't play Shaman. Oh, right, they can't Perilous Jungle. Thank you. Yeah, I wasn't really paying attention because it was just hey, they just got it like that. All right. I mean, I should have trolleyed first, but it is what it is. We'll go and get a Pokegear for next turn. So I have to go TM Evolution, that guy, and then we go Evolvify, Toxtricity, Scrafty. Yeah, I guess I have to put Shaman in these decks. And Walking Plane, if you don't know, I won't tell you. I talked about this. Clan Burglar is probably the only one who remembers. And Clan Burglar is sworn to secrecy. Because if you don't know, then you don't deserve the answer. It's a very niche, one mention thing in a TV show. And if you don't know the TV show, you're not going to know it. And even if you know the TV show, you're probably not going to know it. And we're just getting screwed all day long here. And I guess I should, Elm, Glizzy. Yeah, I guess we just kind of have to go with the old Shaman in here, because we're just going to get torn, our butt's going to get torn up by Wellspring Mask Oderpon pretty much all day. And this is kind of crazy they just got it like that. PTCGL dev, what do you think about us leaking your backend? I'll talk about the tweet a little bit later, but yeah, what do you think about that? About your backend leaking? I bet you're disappointed. All right, we're just getting sauce. You know, this is kind of what I was talking about how, you know, you can't really play Scrafty. Decks these days are just too good. And, you know, they just got the old, you know, the old turn 2 Charizard KO of my active. You know, no big deal. It's just easy stuff for them. All right, so I guess we play with our balls just so I can go get the Fez. I don't want to get the Fez, but, like, what other choice do I have in this situation? We need to draw cards. We need to try and play the game, even though putting the Fez into play is a game-losing card. All right, well, we got the Brave Bangle. I think it's worth it to try to dig for the lilies if I can get it. I know I'm wasting things, but it's like I'd rather draw 8 than draw 6. And Ino becomes much more powerful later, even though, yes, they're probably going to get the... Oh, my God. All right, well, we have an attack. we have an attack. I don't know if it's going to work, but we have an attack. I guess we get the Toxel, though they can just kind of win if they go this guy and knock out my Scraggy and my Scrafty. But we got this. Here we go. First attack. Ruffians attack, baby. We only need, fun fact, we only need 5 out of 6. We only need 5 out of 6 and we got it. It's that simple. 5 out of 6, baby. 5 out of 6. Here we, oh, we were so close. We were so close. We just needed one more. We just needed one more. You could have, PTCGL, you could have made it so much more fun. RGZ, PTCGL just ruined it for us. I think we lose the game now because I went for a Toxel, and I guess I should have just put the Scraggy down because Toxtricity would survive Wellspring Mask Oderpon, a Torrential Pump. Obviously, if they have Dusclops, that's bad. So close. And ample sample text. I will be revisiting Gengar next week, most likely. I have, you know, I have some ideas. I think I'm going to try and do, like, Mega Charizard without Charizard EX and maybe without Oricorio. Like, I'm going to try some wacky ideas next week just because it's, like, the last full week before I'm just all aboard the Ascended Heroes train. So I'll probably do, like, Mega Lopunny, just put that in everything. Revisit Mega Gengar, revisit Mega Charizard, see if I can get anything going there. And yeah, like, you can see why I put Sneasel in the deck. Because yeah, they're going to do the thing. They have Sparkling Crystal. They have Crispin. Yeah, they're going to do the thing. So just, you know, I had an idea, right? I had a plan. I had an idea. It's just not buffing out for us. Good news is they don't have a Pidgeot. So I would imagine they're going to go for Scrafty and Scraggy. Rutro Scraggy. I'm going to do a Charizard. I know. Well, that's why I said crazy ideas, right? I'm not saying they're good ideas. I'm saying they're crazy ideas. All right. In this situation, I think I promote the Toxtricity. I can't knock out the Zard. Huh. Because I can't knock out the Zard, do I just go... Because this guy's doing 180, which obviously isn't enough. But if I can get, like, my Counter Catcher or something, that would be pretty good. So let's Sinister Surge first. But, like, I could just knock out, like, the Pidgey if we get it like that, right? I can knock out the Pidgey if I just go Ultra Ball away that and that. I know I'm putting the Fez in harm's way, but we have a Toxtricity. Like, I know it's crazy, but they have kind of leveraged themselves a little bit. Like, I don't think we have another course of action here. I think I just kind of have to go Pheasantipity and try to knock out somebody. Oh, okay, you're that bored. You're that bored. All right, so let's go. Scraggy, Scrafty. Yeah, because we want the basics, I think, over the energy, because we've already done all the things energy-wise. Now the question is, who do I knock out? And then we get all the bosses. Okay, that's great. Thank you, PTCGL. Love you. Okay, we got Scraggy, and then let's subjugate those chains. So who do I go for? Like, if I go for the Duskull, that shuts off them sucking my butt. But the problem is that, like, we have to go Cruel Arrow. They can just go, like, no, it has to be the Pidgey, right? Like, I know I should go for the Duskull because that's an option, but if they just had, like, if they just got, like, Dawn Rare Candy or, Pidgeot Arvin or, Rare Candy Arvin, then they just win the game. PTCGL Dev, I don't believe you. I don't believe you. All right, then yeah, we just go to Hooters. Okay, so now they retreat. Of course, we gave them an energy. It's not that bad that they got the energy to retreat, because it's like, it was very obvious they had a really good chance of making that happen. Simply because, okay, actually, we can go get the Fez. We have to obviously knock out the Zard. I need to do 60. I think it makes sense to just put the Pecharunt in the active, and then if I can Iono them, that would be great. If I can Iono them, that would be perfect. Okay, so we need to go play with our rod, go get Fez double energy. And we put 2 energy on the Scrafty. And we remember, Pecharunt EX can also take a knockout. It's just I have to worry about the Duskull. So, like, I very much have to knock out the Duskull if I want to win. Alternatively, an Iono to stick him would be really good. So let's go get rid of... I mean, Arvin gets things, but I'm thinking Boss's hors d'oeuvres might be better here. So we go get Fez. That's good. We have Yveltal, which I think I should put into play because we can't trust PTCGL. But we'll Fez first, hope for an Iono. Oh, baby. Okay. And then we definitely want an air balloon on the Toxtricity, because then I can prevent poison from affecting Scrafty. And do I bother with the Sneasel? Because I don't think the Sneasel's going to do anything, right? Because this has a bench barrier. So in this situation, I just think it's Yveltal down. And then we should... Oh my god, we're going to lose all our bosses when I do this, though. All right, we'll just go 1, 2, 3. Just so we have enough energy to win the game. Then I Iono them to nothing. Okay, and then we go Pecharunt. And then we get all of our energy, of course. So... this is a bit of a tough call. Do I set up the Pecharunt or do I set up the Fez? I think I set up the Pecharunt, right? All right, so then we go... Ruffian's attack. Yeah, then I'm going to Iono them into all the things. All right, 3. If we go 3 for 3 every single time, I think I'll be okay. Yeah, we also have to knock out that Wellspring Mask Ogerpon. All right, so that was 3 and 3, so we're 7 and 5. Well, I think... Oh my god! Oh my god, seriously! Okay, well, the good... Oh my god! And then they just have the Dust Noir. That is insane. This game, man. This game. Iono is an absolute lie. We did prize the Psyduck, by the way, if you're wondering. Why didn't you just put your Psyduck into play? Well, we prized it. I put them down to 1. We give them the Fez. Their deck had a ton of energy. That's just mean, and I don't like this game. All right. Uh-oh. Fine. Uh, like, I'm pretty sure we have a Dusknoir. Yeah, we have sorry, we have a Psyduck in the deck. Just, of course, we couldn't find it. Yeah, if there was a Dark-type Psyduck, we'd be golden here. All right, so it's Diamonds XP, Diamonds XP. Let's see if we can, you know, get some good things going. Like, this is what I was hoping for, is that, you know, we'd lose all our games today. And Sin 7, Iron Valiant would have won that, probably. Okay, we have a terrible starting hand, but we do have a Psyduck. Wow, this is kind of insane that we don't have any of our 9 energy, none of our 4 Arven, 4 Lilies, 3 Iono, or 2 Pokegear. And RGZ, I just played Cornerstone. So I just played Cornerstone, that's it. Just because it activates it a lot easierly. Yeah, the stupid Iron Valiant would have won me that one. All right, so we're probably going to lose this game too because we have an unplayable hand. Though, I mean, I can Yveltal the Latias for several turns, right? I'm sure they'll have a Prime Catcher. But I'm essentially in a situation where I just got to go Ultra Ball for Fez after they knock somebody out and then just basically give them a 2-prizer. But don't forget, there's 4 Ultra Ball, there's a Nest Ball, a Buddy Buddy Puff, and a Precious Trolley, 2 Pokegear, 4 Arven, 3 Iono, 4 Lilies, 9 Energy. And any one of those cards would have helped me out, right? Well, I guess not the Ultra Ball, because we have an Ultra Ball. Like, any of those other cards would have helped out. So naturally, we don't have any of those cards. All right, they lost a Sada and a Trumpet. What about Grimsley? Grimsley is a little too difficult. Like, this is a very winnable matchup for us if we just have a playable start. Right? Like, I pretty much designed the deck to make sure you get a turn 1 Trolley. You know, you go second, you play Arven, you get the turn 1 Trolley, and then the next turn you play Lilies. So naturally, that did not happen. Yeah, I guess I should put, like, Grimsley in some Gengar decks when I play it. When I revisit it. Let's do... yeah, I'll leave a note, like, hey, Grimsley, put that in there, why don't ya? Did I just top deck an air balloon? Is that what you just gave me, was an air balloon? Yeah, this deck plays Trolley. You've played 3 games with this deck and you haven't trolleyed yet. All right, well, hopefully they... Oh, it was a rod? Okay, yeah, we got the rod. So obviously that's much better. The rod is much better than anything else. So yeah, we just gotta let the dude take a hit. I would imagine they're just gonna retreat into the Solrock and take the KO, which makes a lot of sense. Thankfully, the Sneasel has 80 hit points. And I'm waiting to talk about the tweet that I sent out today until we get a game that might go in the YouTube video. So if you're wondering, why isn't Pilot talked about that tweet? That's really cool. Because I want to put it in the YouTube video, but we need to have a playable game to make that happen. Okay, I mean, that's fine. As long as I didn't prize Fez and Dippity. Okay, we have Fez. Even if we did prize Fez and Dippity, we'd still probably lose. You'll never find them. It's not really a leaker. There we go. You know, it took a million turns, but we finally got the Arven. And we have the Trolley, and we have the TM Evolution in the hand, so we're in an okay position. We're not in a good position, because we don't have any energy. That would have made too much sense if PTCGL gave me energy. You know, that's not allowed here. We're not allowed to have energy. Yeah, that's kind of insane that we don't have any energy. I will admit that. Okay. And then I guess it's just an end turn. You know, 9 energy, and we still haven't found one. That's fine. We will be totally fine. Trust Your Pilot always wins games. That's what Trust Your Pilot does. That's my middle name. You think yours my middle name? No, wins games is my middle name. And if all they do is Cosmic Beam, my Sneasel will be okay. The question at that point becomes, what do I do? So I think, yeah, the Baby Bolt's going to be a huge problem if they have a Sada. We know they're down a Sada. PTCGL dev, probably. Probably, that's what I would assume so. You know, they kind of have all the things. This is somewhat the way Raging Bolt's going to look post-rotation. I think Glass Trumpet's going to be kind of big. You know, Glass Trumpet and the Teal Masked Odorpon, obviously, an energy switch. You know, there'll be like a Glass Trumpet, Lunatone Solrock build. There will be, you know, energy switches, Teal Masked Odorpon. It's going to be interesting. And Jaw, well, I told you. And then Crispin, obviously. But I told you coming into this. I tested several decks over the holidays. This was one of them. And it just, for some reason, even if you play 13 ways to find a supporter, it does not find a supporter. Lena, it really depends how good Canary ends up being. Right, if Canary ends up being really good, then we'll see. But I think, you know, Raging Bolt is a supporter. Like, it's not the main focus of the Belly Bolt deck because you have Voltorb. So it's tough to call it, yeah, Belly Bolt. Well, not, I mean, Zoroark is, but I know what you're saying. I know what you're saying. Okay, so I have to take a knockout this turn or else we lose. It is that simple. If I don't take a knockout this turn, we lose. Literally the next card. Literally the next card. Okay, so we need to go attach to you. We'll battle cage. But can I even risk putting the Fez back into play? Because that'll just guarantee them the game, essentially. I see what you mean. Yeah, Zoroark is a very good deck. It's getting much better, I think, right? I don't think it's getting slightly better. I think it's getting much better. So we'll put that there, whatever. I think I have to play with my rod. Yeah, we just gotta believe in the heart of the cards here. You know, they've failed us so far. You know, if Yamayugi would be in the Shadow Realm by this point. Wow, that's impressive. You know, that's kind of impressive how terribly that went. I mean, I can retreat into the Sneasel and maybe that'll buy me a turn. I don't think so, but it's a thing that we can do. You know, I guess I should have known that PTCGL was going to screw me over and I should have put the TM Evolution on the Sneasel, but then I didn't have an energy on the Sneasel, so it didn't matter. All right, you got this one. Mathematically, I can't win because they're just going to have all the things. Yeah, so they just had it like that. But, you know, we keep trying. We keep trying and we keep failing. It's great. You know, it's like pushing a boulder up a hill or trying to seduce a woman with standards. And since heaven, you know, I'm blaming PTCGL on that one. When you play 11 supporters that are great on turn 1, plus 2 Pokegear, plus 9 energy, so when like 22 cards in your deck can ensure a good turn 1 and you don't get any of them, that's when you blame PTCGL. Okay, but the stream will not end until I win. And then see, I have like 14 basics in the deck. So naturally we have our Arven start and Pokegear. Battle Cage feels kind of useless because it's never going to actually do anything for us. And then, I mean, we have the Toxel start. I'll take that. I will take a Toxel start. All right, well, we're going first. So obviously they will retreat into a Badoo. You know, you already know what a Dragapult's first turn is going to be. They're gonna go Nest Ball for Latias, Buddy Buddy Poffin for Dreepy and Badoo, retreat the Dreepy into the Badoo, item lock you, and then make you hate your life. And I'm in a situation where I have to, you know, clutch the Battle Cage. Hopefully they play a Jamming Tower early. Wait, do they not have... Wait, are they having a bad turn 1? Is this a Dragapult player about to have a bad turn 1? Oh. What? What the hell is happening? What? Okay. I was not expecting that. Well, there's a Scrafty. I mean, technically we can potentially take a knockout this turn, but I think we can't risk it because I would have to get, you know, energy, toxtricity, Pecharunt, and we didn't even get the energy. I would have to get energy, toxtricity, Pecharunt, and we got none of those things. So apparently I forgot to put energy in this deck. This is the second game where we've gone 2 turns without seeing a single energy. You know, you'd think 9 would be enough, and this is why I didn't put the... Okay, well, we I-node them into everything. This is why I didn't put the Psyduck down, is because you want to bait out the Duskull. Though, by baiting out the Duskull, that does put us in a little bit of trouble. And they INO us back. We're finally going to get an energy now, at least. It's mathematically impossible that we don't get an energy. There we go. And, you know, perfect. This is the... Are you kidding me? Are you absolutely kidding me right now? They just get the turn 1 Neo Upper with... This deck is cursed. This deck is cursed, I tells ya. Okay, so we have to go Arven for Precious Oh my god. Okay, so I didn't even check to see if we have a Fez in the deck. I'm assuming we have a Fez in the deck. Oh, this is great. This is awesome sauce. Okay, so we have a Toxtricity. So we are attacking this turn. It is physically possible for us to knock out the Dragapult this turn. It is physically possible that we can take the knockout. If not, they just kind of win the game, which will be very bad for us. I guess I should put the Veltal down. Okay, all we got to do is flip 6 heads. It's that simple. Just flip 6 heads, and we'll be totally fine. And we flip 4. And we flip 4, because I can't take the knockout if I put the dude into play. So I should, yes, I know I should have put the duck into play, but I believed in the heart of the cards. And I should have gone for the Brave Bangle, because then it would have been 5 instead of 6. But see, there's Jamming Tower. That's good. We masterfully baited out a Jamming Tower. They're gonna Lilies. They're not gonna find what they need. What's gonna happen? They're gonna find a Dusclops, and then Dusclops my naked Scraggy, and then take a knockout of Scrafty and double Scraggy, and then win the... Easy. Shiny Ray, I did that. I did that last year when Black Bolt and White Flare came... What? That was weird. Okay, well, we're taking the knockout this turn. You know, I'm gonna Sinister Surge. We're gonna hit him with the Sister Fister, and then we go that into play. Yeah, we can win this game. We got the Ino. Okay, so we go Psyduck into play. That down. We go Ino. Okay, we got this one. And Shiny Ray. Oh, that was the joke. Yeah, so it really works in Expanded. It's really good in Expanded. And then I don't want the Toxel. Do I just go for the baby Pecharunt? But it's like, what are they going to do next turn? They can't even do anything next turn. Their face is unattractive. All right, so let's go Jamming Tower. Like, I'm out of Scraggy, right? I might have a Scraggy. This feels like a terrible idea. But I think, you know, worst case scenario, I just go get Pecharunt if there's no Scraggy. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so we got it. We got it. We're fine. We got a Scraggy. If they knock out my Scraggy and the Scrafty in the active, we might be okay. I think we put the Brave Bangle... Actually, I do 100... No, we can't put it on the Yveltal because that's not enough. Oh, I should have put it on the active. Oh, God. We'd have to flip 2 heads. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no. I should have known. I should have known. I should have known that PTCGL was going to do that. I should have put it on the active because I should have known that PTCGL was going to do that. That's a classic right there. That's a classic PTCGL moment right there. That was awesome. I love that. Real big fan of that one. What do you mean? This is a great deck. What are you talking about? It can do 360 damage for 2 energy. But it's like, I was thinking ahead. I was thinking there's no way we don't take the knockout. There's no way we go 1 for 4 on coin flips. There's no way we Ionode them into Ultra Ball, Dracloak, and then Dracloak into Lilies, then Lilies into Dreepy. There's no way. And then Lilies into Dreepy, Rare Candy, Dusknoir. There's no way. Oh my god. Okay, well, we do take the knockout with Yveltal, and you know what? I'm going to take the biggest risk ever. I'm just going to put the Yveltal in the active. I'm just going to go directly into Yveltal. I know we're going to get an energy off the Pheasantipity. I don't need to bother with no stupid Toxtricity putting the energy on the Yveltal. We're just going directly into the Yveltal, and that'll be fine. Oh, wow, okay. That's cool. I mean, you know, as soon as I put the Battle Cage into play, of course, they had the counter for Battle Cage, because that's cool. You know, we love that. We love it when they just have the immediate counter. Hey, that's a good top deck. Boom. Oh, no, I can't do the thing. I did it again. Okay, but we're fine. We're fine. Everything's fine. Everything is fine. We're all good. Everything's great. The picnic basket was really good. We still have to do the thing anyway. It doesn't matter. We still would have to do the thing. Okay, it doesn't matter. We still would have to do the thing. Yep, we want to I&O, even though they have a Pheasantipity, so that's kind of bad. All right, so we're just going to I&O. You know, they have Fez and Dracloak, so I don't think there's any chance we win. But I have a lot of Gust cards, so the joke's on them. All right, so let's go retreat into Scrafty. I mean, I just have to put the Pecharunt EX into play. There's nothing else to do. We just have to put the Pecharunt. We just have to put the Pecharunt into play. There we go. There we go. We got it. And then there's a 4-1. Man. All right. Well, it's not like they can draw a million cards or anything this. Oh my god. Okay, so they don't have a Neo Upper, so I don't think they can attack this turn. If they can't attack this turn, that guarantees us a knockout of basic. We can just knock out the Latias. The Picnic Basket probably saved us. Unless they have a Halucha, then we're absolutely 100% screwed. But the question is, do I go for a Dragapult, right? If they put a Dragapult, I can knock it out if they put a Dragapult into play. If they don't, then we're 100% going for the Dracloak, right? We hunt the energy. We hunt the energy. If there's a monkey, that's perfect. And unfortunately, I don't have enough to power up a Fez. I have enough to power up a Pecharunt, though. And I think I have to use the Counter Catcher. So you're probably thinking, you have bosses, you have Counter Catcher. Why you don't? I probably don't need to use a supporter next turn. The reason that's why I put the Pecharunt down, baby. So the reason that I put the that I would use the Counter Catcher is because we might be tied on prizes next turn. Actually, no, we wouldn't. I would have an extra turn because I'm knocking out a Dracloak. So yeah, we just hunt the energy. So we go. Yeah, we boss. Yeah, you're right. We boss the Dracloak. Yeah, we do that. And then we can put them down to one prize. So we go boss Dracloak. I mean, we're going to whiff. You do understand we're going to whiff this, right? Like it's a fresh sock drawer. You do understand it's going to get whiffed like a sock drawer. Okay, then I have to obviously be hyper aware that there do be a Blood Moon or Saluna somewhere. And also, do I put an energy on the Fez? If I put an energy on the Fez, that sets up a snipe attack. But I think an energy on the Pecharunt makes the most sense. Because then I'm just, guaranteed to do the thing. Really, yeah, the Fez makes a lot of sense. But, okay, we just need 2 heads. Just need 2 heads. 2 out of 5. That's it. Just 2 out of 5. Just 2 out of 5. Just 2 out of 5. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. This game. This is insane. We had the win. We had the win so easily. It was not even a question of, am I going to win this game? We were going to win this game if we just flipped 2 heads. 2 out of 5. That's all we needed was 2 out of 5. Even I know that's 40%. Okay, maybe they'll whiff the They still have, 32 cards in deck. They're down 2 Dragapult. Unless they have a Night Stretcher or an Ultra Ball. No, they prize their 3rd Dragapult. They prize their 3rd Dragapult. They 100% prize the 3rd Dragapult. I guarantee it. If my luck is this bad, PTCGL has to balance it out somehow. Yep. Oh my God. Okay, we still have a chance. As long as they don't have a Hawlucha, we still have a chance. As long as there's no Hawlucha, there's still a chance. But, I mean, the Hawlucha just gives them game. All right, so they'll put 6 on the Psyduck. And then we're just in a situation... Oh no! Oh, they've done something! They've done something spectacular! Okay, so obviously an Ursaluna is bad. But let's just thin everything out. Let's just thin everything out. There's a chance. There's a chancey here. Do we have an Iono? Oh my God, are we seriously out of Iono? I put 3 in the list. Ah, we're out of all of our Iono. Okay, so there's not really a chance anymore. I don't think we stand any sort of chances of winning. Unfortunately. All right, well, let's just thin the deck of everything. Let's get rid of that, and sure, we'll get rid of that. Just everything out of the deck. And we will... yeah, let's Arven out some more things. Let's get the old Super Rod out of there. God, you can just you can taste the defeat in me. You can taste it. I like having the defeat in my mouth. You can taste this defeat. So yeah, all they have to do is just slap a Blood Moon or Saluna down and they win. And that's all they got to do. Blood Moon Ursaluna down. The fact that they didn't go for the Halucha play is interesting. Well, oh yeah, we still haven't found out what this is for. So they have a Luminous. So they have Luminous and Crispin. Oh, they must have Crispin. Maybe play a Watchtower. I play Battle Cage, and that would have saved us probably earlier in the game, but they just countered it. Right? They just countered it. Am I actually going to win this game? I feel like if you just have the Ursaluna, you slap it down. If they don't have the Ursaluna, we win. Yeah, like they have Luminous, so I would imagine it's like Luminous, Crispin. But like, what's the point of the Crustal? Boss's orders? Oh, no way. No, you are not going to petty grudge with a Vitality Band or something. I think we got it, you know? YouTube commenters will say that this was rigged. I say that they were just, you know, in awe. You know, it's like women when I take off my socks. They're just in awe, mouth agape, you know, drooling. They just couldn't stand being near my aura. You know, they're like any Pokemon. What's the Pokemon that hates Lucario? They just can't stand the aura. They would have won if they put 60. They would have won if they put 60 on the Psyduck. They didn't believe in the heart of the cards. They would have doubly won if they put 60 on the Psyduck. They didn't believe. They didn't believe in Trust Your Pilot. Oh, no, wait, we can't. We have to get bosses. I don't have a bosses. Oh, no. I can't play Countercatcher. Okay, so what I have... Fun fact. Oh, no. Okay, so what I actually have to do here is wait until we get bosses. But no, I can't. I was going to say I have to clutch. Oh my god, we just lost. We just lost the game because I did not think they were going to go, you know, but do retreat. This is like expert level gameplay. So... Oh! Oh man, okay, this is going in the YouTube video. They absolutely crushed it. We'll just manually retreat. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. And then they can see it after all that. They can see the roller coaster of emotions. Oh man, that was beautiful. Oh, that was a tough one, but we got the win, and that's all that matters. I'm just leaving myself a note to, like, when they show the Crustal, that's when we start the video. When the Crustal makes an appearance, that's when the video starts. So let's do the Punk Helmet build. It's kind of the same thing. All right, so Reizu is the opponent. And I'm playing the Punk Helmet build. Sorry if people are typing in chat and I'm not responding. It's, I'm just writing myself notes. Because essentially what Twitch streaming is for me is it's just, this is what I'd be doing. This is what For the Win does on a daily basis. Is just alone in his basement whacking off. Okay, we might have the trolley. So it's like, if you ever wanted to peek into what... Pretty much. Why do I have a box of my balls? Because you've gifted 5 subs. And Walking Plane... Because we're great. Okay, what the hell? So not only did they get the Snorlax doll, they started the Snorlax doll. And I also don't know why they have a Snorlax doll. All right, so we have the precious trolley, but do I even need it? I guess. I mean, we have the energy. I can go get the things that I need. But I don't have anything for next turn is the problem. Okay, so let's go and get, I guess, just Yveltal to have it on the field. Because that's basically everybody we need. And then I can save Petulant and Pheasantipity for later. So we go that there, and we hit him with the, it will go Scraggy and Toxtricity. Okay, so this is how the deck is supposed to perform. You know, you can see how I was thinking, like, oh yeah, this deck can really work if you just get turn 1 Charlie TM Evolution. I think this is like our 4th or 5th game, and that's the first time we've had it happen. That's the first time, even though the deck is designed to make it happen. Yeah, if you want a Pikachu behind the curtain, this is what YouTubers do. The reason that I, upload stream games is simply because, I used to do YouTube exclusive. Before I started streaming, it was YouTube exclusive. But like, how many times during a stream are we halfway through a game and then they just concede or something wacky happens and it's just like the whole... This is the second Charizard deck we've faced today, and this is the second time they've just had a raw turn 2 Zard without even trying. All right, but I can one-shot that Zard. Obviously, they'll go for the Fez. Like, we're not out of it. Obviously, we're not in it. It's a bit risky. There's 2 paths that we can take right now. There's 2 paths. We can knock out the Pidgey and then lose our Pheasantipity and then go on odd prizes, and that would suck. Or we can just thin the deck and go for it. And you know what? I'm all about going for it. And I think we do put the Fez down simply because they can't knock out the Pheasantipity this turn because there's no Duskull or anything. So I believe it's worth it to go for the Fez, because if they bring it up, it doesn't matter. Well, that's interesting. Now, I think we just have to stay the course. Let's play with our balls. Get rid of Toxtricity and Sneasel. Got so many. Everyone's playing Terra Pokemon these days. These terrible people playing Terra Pokemon. All right, watch me get 5 heads. Or 6 heads. If we get 6 heads, I will gift everyone a sub. Oh. We went 6 tails! What the hell? If it was the other way around, we would have knocked out the Zard. If it was the other freaking way around, we knock out the Zard. We just went 0 for 6 on coin flips. If it was the opposite way, we knock out the Zard, and that is absolute... PTCGL RNG. PTCGL RNG. All right, maybe I'll make a YouTube short about that called PTCGL RNG. Oh my god. Okay, so we're guaranteed now, right? We are guaranteed to get it this turn, right? Yes? That's how this works. That's how the law of averages works. And we still don't have a good supporter, by the way. All right, well. Oh, geez. Yeah, I mean, there's no use knocking anybody out. We just have to go attach to you. Retreat. May as well use Arvin, because this way I can get the Brave... Oh, I don't think I play Brave Bangle. I play Punk Helmet. Don't ask. Just don't ask, okay? Just don't ask. It's in here. It's what we're doing. And we'll use the Pokegear ahead of next turn. So I think it should just be an Ino in case they don't get a Pidgeot. All right, I believe in you, buddy. All you need is 5, and then they just have to hit into you. Oh, good God. So if we'd gone 3-3 both times, I'd just like to point out that we would be totally fine right now. And we would have taken the knockout, and they would be in a... Oh, and they just have the... Right, they must have jocked off a little bit for it. I don't think they play enough Charizard EX. You know, I was just thinking, I don't think there's enough Charizard EX in that deck. Okay, so... I think I, like, have to knock out the Pidgeot, but I don't have a way to knock out the Pidgeot. Yeah, they just have all the things right now. This is not great. And yeah, they're just going to run bosses the rest of the game. So... Okay, yeah, if only there was a way that we could have just knocked out the Zard in retaliation. If only I had the means to make that happen. All right, well, we got to send some dudes back in. All right, so let's go 1, 2, 3, and then I guess I just super rod a couple energy back in. Nick, that's not a terrible idea. That's not the worst idea, but they would have to play more cards, right? They would have to play a couple more cards if we want that to happen. And don't forget, we're still not guaranteed to get it. Why didn't I put back in another Scrafty? That's fun. All right, so I mean, if I... No, we have to Iono. I have to... There's... Like, I guess I could have. I could have tried. Well, that's a lot of cards. Okay, so what do we got? What do we got? We got one there, so I can put you into play. Yeah, well, I think that's our only chance. I think that's literally our only chance is if we bring up the Pidgeot and knock it out. 5 heads. Please. 1, 2, 2. God. Oh, man. You know, we started out the stream with a bunch of heads, and then it's just been downhill ever since. I guess I'll let them... You know what? We can... Actually, I don't think we can do it. Yeah, I'll just concede. They definitely got it. Like, I'm trying, right? I am trying so hard. You know, I'm not getting very far. And in the end, it really doesn't matter. But it's like, because we're facing so many Terras, I'm just not having a use for the Sneasel. It's stupid. It's like the Sneasel, it's like, I want to play it. You know, I want to play de-evolution. I want to play bosses. You know, we have so many ways to just play the game, and we're not getting them. I'm the master coin flipper. Call me Harvey Dent. All right, Fuss Road Donne. R.S. Donne. They must be Canadian. And they think I'm slow, eh? For the win, just liked my tweet. What do you think about that? Nick, there is no good version of the deck, but I tried to make Scrafty work, okay? And it looks like it's Zard again. Okay, I mean, we'll send up the Toxel. No, For the Win is probably just putting the finishing touches on the video. So did I upload that Scrafty video to YouTube? The expanded one? Did I do Scrafty? Or was that just the VODs channel? Yeah, so it was a VOD's channel exclusive. Yeah, I wasn't sure which one. But, oh, it's the Rule Edge. Okay, we have a chance to win this one. We have a very good chance to win this one as long as they don't have a Sol Rock. Ah, crap. All right, so yeah, and Mahone liked my comment on his video, by the way. Did anyone else get a like from Mahone? I don't think so. Just me, and Mahone included that clip specifically for me. So, you know, Mahone knew it. Mahone was probably putting that clip in there, was like, trust your pilot's going to enjoy this. And Mahone was right. Was quite right. Okay, well, you don't have to say the quiet part out loud. And Mr. Leon, well, if they gave us a freaking coin reflip card, I could. But we haven't had one since Glimwood Tangle. You know, there's a very good chance this doesn't make it in a YouTube video, but like we have technically 2 games. There's 2 games I'm comfortable uploading. Okay, that's just mean. Well, I mean, they only have a 3-card hand, right? We'll be fine. Or I guess, like, what am I looking for? I guess I'd be looking for a Precious Trolley, but like I have double Toxtricity. So do I just go double Toxel? Like what's in my hand? I have an energy, so actually if we go Toxel Veltal, that is a thing that potentially gets us to where we need to go. Right? Most likely they'll Sol Rock and knock out the Toxel, but they do have 6 fighting in the discard pile. And I'm weak to grass, which is nice. You know, the Toxtricity are weak to fighting, but that doesn't matter against Sol. And they're gonna get it. Oh my goodness. Okay, but this is not the worst thing in the world. We're gonna lose our dude. This is what I was expecting. We can... I think we just win by clutching the Squawkabilly, right? So I don't think they realize that they've given me 2 separate win cons here. And they don't even see it. Unless they have a Turo in that deck, but I doubt it. Like, I haven't seen it, so they take the knockout. They took the bait. I'm a master baiter. We're gonna thin the deck of everybody. We're not gonna play with our rod yet. I just want to thin the deck so we go Toxtricity out the energy, attach the energy. There's an air balloon, which I think makes sense to just put into play to thin more cards. Well, it also doesn't normally play Drillbur. Like, obviously, Drillbur's very good. It's just dig, 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 get rid of 3 fighting energy when you play it from hand. Or get rid of 3 fighting energy from deck when you play it from hand, I guess I should have said. Hey, oh, God. So this is a good news, bad news situation. The good news is that we have a Scrafty and energy on the Scrafty. The bad news is that we have to go get Fez and at least get half flips here. You know, I could have taken a chance, but look at that coin flip counter and tell me that I'm having fun today. All right, so let's go Scraggy, and I guess just a Toxel. So we're set up. All I need is 2 heads, 2 out of 6. That's 40%. All I need is 40% heads and we'll be fine. And then that forces them to attack with Cerule Edge. Thank you. Okay, see, 3 and 3. If we can just get 3 and 3 all day. If we can just get 3 and 3 all day, I would be okay. Because like a Brave Bangle would make it 210. That knocks out a Fez. You know, we're knocking out Laddie asses all day. You know, 3 heads is knocking out Squawkabilly, but I think we leave the Squawkabilly alone because that's kind of our win condition. Right? If I can just clutch the Squawkabilly when they get down to like, they would have to have, I think 5 I would be comfortable with. Right? Because if they have anything more than 5, then we're in a bit of trouble. Yeah, this is fine. I do need 5 heads to knock out the Cerule Edge, but there is Punk Helmet. So in this situation, I could just Punk Helmet and do the thing. All right, so step 1 is Toxtricity first. Then I think I Fez. Yeah, so Toxtricity first. And let's just double check. Do we have any Punk Helmets? We have 1. All right, but De-Evolution could also win us the game. So we have multiple ways to win. Am I coping super hard right now? Absolutely. But we have multiple ways to win. They are down, I believe, 2 bosses. Yeah, they're down 2 bosses. That's horrible. Okay. So I think I do Arvin for Punk Helmet, Countercatcher. We're not going to use the Countercatcher. Don't worry about that. And then we go Attache-Vu, Punk Helmet, Retreat, and do I just Countercatcher this one? Or do I say we're just going to flip 4 heads and then they're going to have to hit into my Scrafty and then we're going to win? Yeah, we're going to flip 4 heads. We're going to flip 4... Oh my god! Okay, well, this still sets up a de-evolution play if they hit into me. 26 and 37. Oh, right, they have Jamming Tower. God, I wasn't thinking. I was not thinking there. You know, I'm just too focused on the coin flips and making sure we can attack that I keep forgetting that PTCGL hates me. All right, well, we got to bump that stadium, and I don't know if I have any stadiums. So that's really cool. Okay, so we go Yveltal. I'm going to... There's a Scrafty. Okay, so let's just... For the halibut, let's just see if we can do the thing. Okay. Can we knock out the Ceruledge? Let's find out. Because if we can knock out the Ceruledge, we might be able to just win the game. And let's go play with our balls. Get rid of that and that. Oh, I have to put the Sneasel, so we don't have the Petulant. I am now realizing we don't have Petulant. All right, well, let's go I&O. This is kind of removing our chance to clutch, but I can still clutch this guy and then clutch this guy, and we'll be fine. And if we didn't get that Earthen Vessel, we'd be super screwed. Okay, so let's get rid of that, and... Yeah, we don't have a strategy, do we? No, we do not. And I don't have a counter stadium. Awesome. So let's go... Let's do that. Earthen Vessel away the Psyduck. This is still terrible. But I'm feeling it. I feel a tingle in my balls right now. Press 1 if you feel that tingle in your balls. That's me about to knock out a Ceruledge with a Scrafty. Oh my god. That's what that's 2 for our that's 2 and 10. That's 2 and 10. Who was saying the coin flips weren't that bad? So out of our last 12 coin flips, we flipped 2 heads. All right, well, yeah, maybe they're just gonna do a bunch of things. I think it's time to give up on life. I agree. Okay. We also can't... So the Sneasel only affects the active, so we can't do that either. But I can potentially shake and bake here. So if I clutch... I can clutch this guy for a bunch of turns. Okay, so I think that's just all we have to do here. We just clutch for several turns, and then hope. There's all my super rods, by the way. If you're wondering, hey, where were all your super rods, Pilot? Right there. Okay, so we go Scraggy, Scrafty, Energy. They haven't played any, so that's concerning. That's slightly concerning that they have not played any Jet, Energy, or Turo. You know, the fact that they're all just kind of spared. But maybe they don't have them. Or I think that sad face is for me. Okay. Because I can gust around for a bunch of turns. If they don't have it, we do just win. And did they put bosses back? Yeah, they put double bosses. There's a Jet Energy. Okay, but I can do it again. So I can do it one more time. We just got to put this guy up there. But yeah, of course they were able to keep their Jet Energy safe. We have to go... Yeah, let's Pokegear out that. We have a bosses in the very bottom of the deck, by the way. Okay, so we Veltal. We need to get the Veltal, so we're not gonna screw around here. What can I say? I'm nothing but an optimist. I'm a serial optimist. Oh, right. Oh, right. God, the damn jamming tower. This is turning out to be quite a mistake. I'm regretting everything. I'm regretting life right now. All right, so let's yeah, let's keep moving down the line, I guess. Let's go for the Binding Mochi build. What's that? A Binding Mochi build? Oh yeah, we're gonna win with this one. I can feel it in my boners. Okay, they have 116. There's no way we should lose this one. But like we remember, if it was instead of 1 in 5, if we'd gone 5 in 1, we would have won, right? Because we went 1 in 5 twice. If we'd gone 5 in 1 twice, that's 300 damage. We're knocking out both Ceruledge. Oh, geez. Okay. Wait, do we just kind of have what we need right now? Never mind. We are going second. Oh, well, they don't knock out my or my Petrarunt. Okay, so we go attach to the active. And then that into play, that into play. Okay, so we can knock out the Fan Rotom. But obviously they would get knocked out coming into my turn. So I mean, we would take a prize. We would take a prize in that exchange. I just have to get an energy, and I'm not sure we're going to be able to get an energy. Because I haven't been able to search the deck, and I don't know if there's an Earthen Vessel in there. But if they... I mean, their deck probably plays like 6 or 7 energy. There's no way they get an energy. Literally 0% of chances. Will be fine. And all I have to do is attack. Actually, no, if I just attack, they're knocked out. If I just get an energy, they are knocked out. So I can search the deck with Toxtricity. Probably should have clutched that Scraggy, to be honest, because then I would just, you know, discard it. Okay, so do we have an Earthen Vessel? We do not. Do we have an Earthen Vessel? That would be a no. So I think I just go for it. We just go... Because I can go Precious Trolley thing, but then we don't knock out the Fan Rotom. So I think it's just Iono and hope for an energy. I mean, there's 8 in the deck. There's no way we don't get an energy off the Iono. I told you. Well, we didn't get anything else, but I mean, this is a knockout and they don't get to activate Pheasantipity. So that's something. You know, we do have Scraggy and stuff next turn. We took a knockout. There's no Pheasantipity activation. So far, the MVP of the game is Peturunt. So far, the best. Oh, I think that means they have Pidgeot. I think, if they just go directly into a Pidgey in the active, that probably... They're going to put a Fez down. I can feel it in my bones. I knew it. They're going to put a Fez down. I've done that mistake way too many times. It's just like me with the jamming tower, not paying attention. So that's really good. They probably have a TM. Oh, crap. And Nick, Lily's is the worst card ever printed. Lily's is worse than Oh, God. Okay, we have an attack. And we do knock out the Pidgey, but we don't have anything after that. So the good news is that we knock out the Pidgey and they still can't activate the Fezandipity. The bad news is that we got nothing going on next turn. All right, then we'll promote the Toxel. God, our hand had so many things in it, and then they just ripped it away from us. Yeah, ABC, it's a little late for that, unfortunately. Okay, so that's knocked out. They don't have a Pidgeot. They also don't have access to Noctowl. Okay, we can play with our balls next turn. If they take a knockout, that gives us Fez, and then we can hopefully get a playable card, which is asking a lot, apparently. And this was a Charmeleon. You can't tell because PTCGL doesn't like you looking at cards when they're floating in the air. Okay, there's a Terapagos. Have they played a supporter? Yeah, they played an Ino and a Dawn. Wow, they're going to have everything. Okay, so we might be screwed. You'd think they'd go for, like, Dawn. Oh, they're going for Ino. Oh, great. And Incineroar, and it wasn't with a Scrafty or anything. It was with a Peturunt, and we took 2 prizes with Peturunt. They probably think they're hurting me, but they're actually helping me. I do need to find an energy or something, and we got it. Okay, so... They're knocking out the Peturunt. We have Battle Cage, which means they would have to target my active with a Dusclops or something. But I think realistically, our only course of action here is just Battle Cage, Toxtricity, and Ino. We can't play with our Rod yet. Not that I necessarily want to, but we can't. Okay, so first things first, we put the Battle Cage down. Nick, if I had 2 more slots, yes, I would. If there were 2 more basics on the field, I would get rid of the Fez. But I think it's Battle Cage time, because we know that they already Fezzed after I Poison KO'd. They'll get rid of the Noctowl, then just Night Stretcher back next turn. But that was what I had to do. You want me to go for the Hootu? But I have to flip 2 heads. If it was a 60 hit point owl, I would go for the owl. They just announced Pokepad? Oh my goodness. You're gonna have to tell me where's Pokepad. Well, we have a Fez. Is it in a Pokebeach article? All right, so I have to put the Fez down. And then, there we go. So worst case scenario, we put Scraggy. Ooh, that would have helped if I was losing. If I was losing, that would have really helped. Okay, this is the first time we get 6 heads. Oh, no, come on. We were so close. All right, that's 30 and 45. We were so close that time. Yeah, if you time out someone who's been timed out, they cancel each other out, and the most recent one becomes the true one. Okay, but the good news is that a de-evolution does knock out that Zard. Miles then will be here all year. Wait, why'd they? Oh, the only reason they got Pidgeot is just because they had to. And Nick, well, I am the dev of this game. So, wait, they didn't get a Dust Noir. They got Charmander, Noctowl, Pidgeot. Yeah, Google's longest Twitch stream. Remember when Ludwig did a Twitch stream and that was cool? No one's cool anymore. Yeah, there's Area Zero, Buddy Buddy Poffin. They're definitely prepping for not good things to happen to me here. But if they are able to do something, we might be okay. Like, I would imagine they're gonna go to Hooters. Like, we're not in a terrible position, right? We're in an okay position. I'm gonna INO them. They're obviously gonna have access to Fez. I'm gonna have access to Fez. Oh, this is great. Okay. Okay, so all I have to do is flip 4 heads and we knock out the Terapagos. That is perfect. I'm feeling it. I'm feeling it, Mr. Krabs. This is going to go in the YouTube video no matter what. Win, lose, or draw. Well, actually, you can't draw. You just go into an endless sudden death. But they beat me off unifiedly, and that's good. So we're going to INO them because we know they have a Pidgeot in their hand. Okay, PTCGL. You have given me multiple instances of 1 heads, 5 tails. I believe in you this time. I believe that you only have my best interests at heart. You've been masterfully baiting me into thinking that you will not support me like a bra. You will help me. All I need is 4 heads. And I think, oh God, I don't want to put the Toxel down. I have to. I can't risk it. I can't risk it. I do not want to put the Toxel into play, but I have to. And we would have had it so bigly. We would have had it so... We would have had so many basics. We would have had more basics than I needed. Oh yeah, we also play Binding Mochi. Because, you know, we play Brute Bonnet, but obviously we've never seen a Brute Bonnet this entire freaking game. All right, so let's get the Binding Mochi down. Let's... I mean, I play 2 Brute Bonnets, so we should be okay, right? Incineroar, yes, there is an Area Zero build, but it's bad. I mean, I think I do this, right? Because it means that if they INO me out of things, like if I somehow manage to take the knockout, this means I have a Scrafty ready to go. Just 4. Just 4 out of 6. Just 4 out of 6 is all we... No. 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 Ugh. And the Binding Mochi would have done it, by the way, because if we'd had the Brute Bonnet combo, the Binding Mochi would have done it. Because it would have been knocked out via poison. Yeah, Beefy Sea Dragon, exactly. And this will be the biggest rotation, probably. I mean, you can't really... I mean, I guess this will be the biggest rotation since tag teams left. Right, I think that's safe to say. This is the biggest rotation since tag teams left the format. And yes, I can still win. It's just highly unlikely. I think best case scenario, they go for the Fezandipity this turn, and then we just don't bump the Area Zero. All right. Yeah, Countercatcher is live. Well, it doesn't matter. Countercatcher only matters if they get a Charizard EX here. And... oh, they got one. Never mind. Are they out of energy? How are they not out of energy? All right, so they're going to retreat and go into the other Zard. So yeah, I essentially have to Countercatcher. And they've played Dawn. Their Countercatcher isn't live. And Nick, you haven't seen the beginning of the YouTube video, but unfortunately Monkey Dory is a Psychic type. So that would cap you at 300, and apparently all we're hitting today is stage 2s with over 300 hit points. And there's a Dusclops. There it is. Okay, okay. Wait, they attacked with the Pteropodos. Okay, hang on. They attacked with the Pteropodos. That's a thing. Okay, so how do I win this one? Like, I need the Psyduck. Because what they're going to do is just go like bosses, thingy thing, thingy thing. And they're somehow only down 2 rare candy, which is crazy. All right, well, let's go Super Rod, you, and you. Oh, man. Okay, I mean, I think I have to put the Psyduck down. Oh, we don't even have a Psyduck. And I can't use the Battle Cage. Okay, well, there we go. We have a Psyduck. We don't have a Psyduck, apparently. What the hell? Did I prize the Psyduck? Did I seriously prize the Psyduck? Well, we don't have a choice now, so I have to go Sinister Sir. Oh, we have no energy left. Oh, that's really not good. Okay, so I have to go Battle Cage. And then I don't have a Toxtricity to evolve this guy. Yeah, I have to do this. It's not, obviously it's not what I want to do because they're just going to clear off a Noctowl and the damaged Charizard. But I do have game with Pecharunt. So if they can't find a Dusknoir, I do have game with Pecharunt. Assuming we take this knockout. That is assuming we take... Oh, dear God. Oh, dear God. Oh, okay. Okay. 36 and 51. That's a great ratio. That's definitely 50%. Okay, so if they get Counter Catcher, we're probably screwed. They need Dusknoir and Counter Catcher. That's it. That's all they need to win. They have a Pidgeot and a Fez. But maybe they won't notice the Battle Cage. That is our one chance. Because remember, this is the person who Fezandipitied under Poison KO. Which means maybe they'll try to snipe someone on the bench like the Toxel. But like I think their only win condition this turn specifically is by going Dusknoir, my active Scrafty, or sorry, Counter Catcher first. Counter Catcher the Fez or the Pecharunt. And then Dusknoir. So as long as they don't have one of those pieces in their hand, we're fine. But yes, of course, not only is the Psyduck prize, but it's, we couldn't get it early in the game in one of our first 2 prizes. All right, so if this is a counter... I hate how it doesn't tell you what it is, right? There's a Dusknoir. Okay, if they do this in the wrong order, we're fine. Unless they just have a bosses in their hand. I mean, they could have a bosses or a counter catcher. Oh, we win. Okay, so they kept us on even prizes, which is very smart. But they're not as smart as Trust Your Pilot is. Trust Your Pilot's the fartest smella. They think they're so intelligent. Well, it's because they are. All right, so that's going to go there. I am down all of my energy, so it's just going to have to be Fezandipity. Flip the script. Boss's orders. Oh, crap. Okay. We still have a chance. Don't you worry. We still have a chance of winning this game. You may have noticed that they're down 2 rare candy. They probably have several more. How did we not get it? How did we seriously not get it? That's painful. All right, so I have to go, what, de-evolution and hope? We have Pokegear, we have bosses, we had a chance. All right, so that's going to go there. And then Arvin for de-evolution. I mean, we know they have it like that, right? So we just got to go de-evolution and hope for the best. And de-evolution. So as long as they don't have a rare candy. Oh, they don't have a Terra. They don't have a Terra, which is nice. So there's no Terra on the field. So they can't go get a rare candy if they don't have one. Yeah, I always forget that, yes, you should not devolve, and they just have it like that. And they just go into this. Oh my god. Like, I don't think there's been one game where the coin flips have gone in my favor. Okay, well, that's just mean. I needed to find an Ino, and Ino was our win condition. Bosses was a win condition. Just we've had so many win conditions. It's just PTCGL hates me. You know, I actually that playing this deck as a lose condition. I might not have Psyduck. Like there was probably a list I forgot to put it in. You know, that's sometimes that's what my ex-wife asks. You know, is it in? No, I'll just post a YouTube short titled PTCGL RNG, and it'll just be that that 06 coin flip. Okay, I mean I can knock out the Duskull if we get what? Yeah, I'm just gonna go naked Pokegear. Oh, good god. Yeah, it was a 6 tails coin flip when I needed 6 heads. Okay, I mean this isn't terrible as long as they don't attach an energy. You know, as long as they don't have the craziest turn 1 in history. Okay, they did not have the craziest turn 1 in history. I think we just go for Pokegear and hope. Oh, God. Okay, well, we're going to be able to call for family twice. I was thinking, you know, maybe we should hold on to it. You know, maybe we should hold on to the old handy there. Because we're going to be able to call for family and thin the deck. But then, of course, you know, PTCGL has a great sense of humor. And Pokegear is a lie. You know, you put 4 Arvin, 4 Lilies, 3 Ino, and 2 Pokegear, and just never happens. And they just get the rare candy Pidgeot. What the? What? Oh, you know, that's RNG in this game is great. I play a Pokegear, not a single supporter in the top 7. They just get rare candy Pidgeot, rare candy Dusknoir just off of a run errand. Oh my god. This game is amazing. Have I ever told you that? Like, they haven't even played a supporter, and they have a Pidgeot EX, a Dusknoir, and a Mega Lopunny on turn 2. But there's no saying like, oh, they're playing a functioning deck. No, that's just insanity. Okay, it seems like they might be getting greedy here. I imagine they're going for Toxel. I imagine they're going for the Toxel, so we just promote the Peturunt and then lose the game. Oh, man. That's not the basic we wanted. We wanted a Toxel or something. This is crazy. Like, look at that turn, too. Lomet, yeah, we're not going to get shot out at the very least. We're not going to get shut out. And then... And then the next card is an INO. This is what I have to contend with on a daily basis. Do you understand what my life is? My life is pain. I mean, at least we got the Ancient Booster. That's something. All right, well, we go end turn. So, we don't have a Psyduck. I think if I do anything, we should put a Psyduck in the deck if there's not one. And there's a Latias. That's fine. I mean, they have the Pidgeot set up. But I do have De-Evolution. So De-Evolution knocks out the Lopunny. And it breaks down their Pidgeot. And they did have to put a Jet Energy on the Kangaskhan. So that's a thing. But wait, they haven't even used the Pidgeot yet, have they? Yeah, they haven't even used the Pidgeot. And they just had the Jet Energy and the... Wait, did they just have the Latias and the Jet Energy? Yep, of course they did. Wow. Wow. That's all I can say right now is wow. Okay. Scraggy. I choose you. They're just like, yeah, I'm just gonna keep going with these guys. Until you stop me, I'm just gonna keep going with Duskull. Okay. And of course, it's perfectly not within range of a de-evolution play. Not that it would really matter, because they'd have it somehow. Okay, this turn is going to be the greatest turn I've ever had in the history of the universe. We're going to send in these two guys. I'm going to... should I Arvin? Arvin gets me Trolley, but it doesn't get me... Oh my god. Yeah, we just have to... I know it's only for 6, but we have to Lilies here. Perfect timing on the battle cage. Thank you. And of course, we don't have any energy. Can I get an energy, please? No. That's too much work. Apparently, that's too much work. So, yeah, let's go battle cage. Ultra Ball, away these two. Go get a Toxel. Okay, we're going to Binding Mochi this guy. And then Headbutt. I mean, they're going to have a bosses instead of just forcing them to... My god! Okay, we're going to play this one more time. We're going to make this the perfect list you've ever seen. We're going to put a Psyduck. We're taking out the stupid battle cage. We're just putting Psyduck in the deck. No more stupid battle cage. It's just going to be Psyduck and Town Store. That's what we're going for. Okay. Psyduck. Damp. And then we want Town Store as our stadium. We don't care about Pokegear. We're going to go double Town Store. Okay, so we have 4 Lilies, 4 Arvin, 3 Ino. It's really seeming like we don't need 3 Super Rod, but apparently that's what we're still going with. And then, yeah, we have Poffin, we have Evolution, we have Binding Mochi. How can we possibly lose? Okay, this is going to be the winner game here. We're going to win this one. God, just, this is why I decided to start streaming, is because I would just be doing this alone, whacking off by myself. I much prefer whacking off in front of people. And Dill Daddy, well, make sure you don't get any, never mind. We're not gonna, this is a family-friendly stream. May not be Friday, but it's still family-friendly. And then PTCGL rewards me with a Psyduck start. Okay, so we have Psyduck TM Evolution start. So we have Arvin for Trolley TM Evolution, and we win. Okay, if I lose this game, it's because PTCGL hates me. No, I've been telling you this. Buster Blader, baby. Buster Blader all the way. Okay, see, there's a Dark Wheat Pokemon. Oh my goodness. As long as we didn't prize the Precious Trolley, we win this game. Thank you. We didn't prize the TM Evolution either. Oh my goodness. What is this? A functioning client? Okay, so we're just going to go for, I guess it should be, yeah, we'll put the Pecharunt down. We'll go for one. Yeah, we'll get these guys, because we can always get the dudes later. I'd rather have 2 Toxtricity, I'd rather have 2 Scrafty than 2 Toxtricity. And then TM Evolution, that goes there. Yeah, we're just going to go TM Evolution, the Toxtricity and the Scrafty. And fun fact, I'm leaving myself open for options here. Because what I can do is I can Poison Chain the Mew EX and just sort of stick it there. Because remember, they can't retreat. So, we're kind of hoping they go after the Psyduck, because I would assume this is Raging Bolt. Okay. So I have options. Unless they knock out the Psyduck this turn, then our options are very... Oh, God. This was a winnable game. This was a winnable game. Okay. If they don't put another Ralts into play, we bosses the Ralts. If that's the only Ralts they have, we boss the Ralts and take the knockout, and then we win. But the stupid... Of course, we have the stupid Psyduck. We start the Psyduck. Did they just put a Darkness Energy on the Frillish? We're going to Hawk to boss that thing. You love it when you face a... When you face a Ralts player. But I will kind of admit that the Pecharunt's kind of better than... The Pecharunt's been doing more than the Scrafty. So, maybe we should pay closer attention to that. And we also knock out the Frillish, which is really nice. So the Frillish is also KO'd as long as they don't evolve into... No! No! I wanted to savor that win. That was going to be a win. Oh, of course, the one game where everything goes right. Papillon is French for butterfly. I watched a movie called Papillon. It wasn't very good, but I later learned that it was French for butterfly. And not the Butterfly Effect, a surprisingly good Ashton Kutcher movie. No, Mega Scrafty is terrible. No one's going to play Mega Scrafty. I'll play it once just to get the video out of the way and then be like, nah. Okay, this is a terrible start. I love terrible starts. Okay, they got a moo. They got a moo. Huh. I guess I go Brute Bonnet down, Ancient Booster, Scraggy, Call for Family. I mean, yeah, we just have... Oh, right, we're going first. That's... I thought we were going second. That's my bad. That's an oopsie. I thought we were going second. And ABC, it's coming out in Ascended Heroes. I mean, I guess it's worse than Mega Halucha because Mega Halucha can work, right? There are very small situations where Mega Halucha can be playable. And yeah, I just let this Toxel get knocked out. I thought we were going second. You know, that's my fault. That's my fault. You know, there's a very clear indicator after the coin is flipped about who's going first and when you're selecting your hand. I just completely forgot about that. You know, it's very obvious who's going first. You know, there's still an indicator. The joke is that there isn't. The joke is that there's no way to tell who's going first or second unless you go into the battle log. But PTCGL had something, and it was cool. You can't make that joke when I've already done it. All right. Well, we are having fun. A-Swing, don't poke holes in my argument like it's a condom. Okay, here we go. Okay, so they do have to, you know, 3-shot my Brute Bond unless they play with their PP. Oh, they're playing with their PP. Well, they have to. Oh, okay, cool. More great things are happening. More amazing things are happening for us today. They even stunted on me and they didn't draw a card with the Moo. All right, let's just get out of here. Let's just get out of here. You know, it's so crazy to me that 11 supporters is not enough. Right? 11 supporters is not enough to have reliably a supporter every single game. Though again, I do admit, yeah, we put the duck in the deck and then we face no Dust Noir. Okay. Gold, Star, TCG. I'm gonna check them. Gold, Star. Actually, let's check Twitter. Nothing pops up. Gotta give him a thumbs up though. Okay, we're starting the Petra run. All right, so according to A-Swing, my timer is currently counting down. A-Swing, where's that timer counting down? You said look at the timer. Who's going first? A-Swing. Yeah, that's what I thought, A-Swing. That's what I thought. Yeah, who's going first? How can you tell? You can't. Yeah, but you can't know who's going first after you get your starting hand is what I'm trying to say. Okay, so we just go attach to the active. We go binding Mochi, because I'm assuming there's going to be an INO in our very near future. But what I'm saying is after the coin flip, when you're setting up, there's no way to tell who's going first unless obviously you check the battle log, because once they added the battle log, there was that option. But PTCGO, you're named Glue. So you knew at all times who was going first. PTCGL doesn't do that. Once they added the battle log, then yes. Yeah, glue, but only when you're only after the game has started. The goated surfing beach. So I think this means we're not getting INO'd unless they're taking the energy out of their deck to prep for an INO, which is also smart. Oh, that's gonna happen. This is the matchup I've been dreaming of for years. For 20 years, I've been dreaming of this matchup. We're going to go Arvin first. We're going to get the Precious Trolley. We're going to get the Ancient Booster, because I don't care about anything else. I don't care about my life or anything else. Actually, I think we just go for the TM Evolution, right? I think just TM Evolution. This way it guarantees what we need for next turn. Because I only need to flip 4 heads, right? That's guaranteed. Nah, I believe in the heart of the cards. Heart of the cards, baby. We're going heart of the cards all day. So let's go Brute Bonnet, and we'll get a Toxel. So Brute Bonnet down, and then Toxic Powder. Because they have to get a Baxcalibur if they want to attack, or their options are, you know, waste an energy on knocking out a Pecharunt. So maybe I should have Lilies to try to get that energy, but they have Surfing Beach, so it doesn't really matter. You know, they're going to Surfing Beach, they're going to go into the other Chen Pao, they're going to waste an energy. You know, I can put my Brute Bonnet up there and we'll be okay. Because then they have to get rid of 3 energy to knock out the Brute Bonnet. And I also have Pecharunt EX. But I think if I'm truly believing in the heart of the cards, we send up the Scraggy, because I can attach to the Scraggy and then double Toxtricity to the bench Scrafty, and then manually retreat that way. Well, obviously that's not going to happen, and I shouldn't have been so greedy. I should have just gone for the TM Evolution play. I should have trolleyed. I never learned my lesson. And I have to remember that Pheasantipity is not live. That's what I have to remember. Pheasantipity is not currently activated. Okay, so Scraggy goes up there first. I believe in this will be a Toxtricity. Okay. Okay, that's step 1. Okay, so let's go Sinister Surge. We're kind of low on energy. It seems like we prized 2 energy. That's okay. We're going to get a Toxtricity and an energy, and then we attack. Oh my god! What just happened? Did I just black out? Did something good just actually happen in PTCGL land? What is this? I don't think we need the poison, but I'm going to do it anyway. Okay. Shiny Ray, those were definitely fun times. So let's go Nest Ball into, I think, just a Scraggy, because we're fine. Because what are they going to do? Win the game? They have 0 chance of that happening. And then I can evolve into this Scrafty. So we only need 4 heads. Wait, do we take the knockout even without 4 heads? I don't know. Math is not my strong suit. I'm a Canadian education system. We need at least 4 heads. 3 might, I think 3 does it. But we got 4, baby. I told you we didn't need the poison. See, as soon as PTCGL starts cooperating with us on the coin flips, we start doing well. And also, you know, Chen Pao is not a good deck, but that, whatever. All right, so they have to get a Baxcalibur. I don't think they can do that. If they get a Baxcalibur, then I'm in a situation where I essentially have to promote, or I have to put Pecharunt EX in play, but that's totally fine. Right? If I put Pecharunt EX in play, that's kind of like game over and they can't do anything. Like, I hope they get Baxcalibur, because they'll just concede if they don't. And I'm never beating the PTCGL dev accusations. Well, I mean, what are you saying, because I'm not smart? That's why you'd think I'm a dev on the PTCGL game? Remember when Mew VMAX was BDIF? We all remember those days. Dark times. Dark times. Okay, so they lose. There's no way they can come back from this. That's just GG. Because Chen Pao, unfortunately, it's not it in this day and age. I wish it was, but it ain't it. And then we play with our Rod. We go 1, 2. I guess put the Pecharunt down just in case. Just in case something crazy happens, because they do have a knockout next turn. You know, maybe they'll have a Fez or something. But it's like, YouTube audience, you haven't seen this because obviously you can look at the coin flips and notice that things have not been going well. But as soon as the coin flips cooperate, we are totally fine. That's all it took, was the coin flips cooperating, and we just win the game. And I have to poison, because what if we only flip 1 head? Oh no, I'm poisoned, so it doesn't matter. But I have had multiple instances of flipping 6 of flipping 6 coins and getting 1 heads. And if it was the opposite, we would have won so many more games, but it's been so many times where I've just flipped 6 coins and then it ends up 1 heads, 5 tails. If it was 5 heads and 1 tails, this deck is goated. So if your coin flip luck on PTCGL is really good, I highly recommend playing Scrafty. If it's terrible like mine, then no, don't do it. This deck is good when you're lucky, it's bad when you're not, and I am big unlucky. They've probably rage quit. So while they've done that, if you haven't checked out my latest tweet, there is a leak. Their back end is leaking. There is a very good chance that a build and battle trainer trial is in the near future, which is essentially a pre-release format. So there's a very good chance that we get pre-releases in PTCGL, which I've been begging for years. Oh, we got this. Oh, we got this. This is gonna be the first time we got this. Okay, but this is the first in years. I've been begging for this for years because every single time they say, oh, the pre-release format is a great format for new players to learn the game. And my rebuttal has always been, so then why isn't it in your digital client? If it's such a great game mode, why don't you give it to us? Is what I've been trying to say. So if you check out the tweet and you like the tweet and you reply to the tweet, then Elon will give me $1 and call me a good boy, and we can't wait enough for that. So there you go. If the coin flips are semi-decent, this deck is good. It's just that the coin flips are not semi-decent, but let me know down below in the comments, how excited are you for a build and battle format if it ends up happening? Because I will be playing that so much if it ends up happening. Okay, here we go. Here we go. We're going to play one more with this list, and then we're going to switch over to the Gengar build, baby. And Lomed, yeah, I think it would start with perfect order. I think that would be the nice thing. But I think the leaker said Phantasmal Flames is what it's going to start with. You know, we only know, the only reason we know is because in the code base for the game, they added build and battle trainer trial. So that's the only hint we have, is that in the latest update, they added stuff in the code for build and battle trainer trial. Uh-oh. I don't know what this is, but I don't think it's good. Okay, I was going to say, is this for the Winds deck, but they have an energy switch? And Lomed, oh, pre-release. The pre-release format is great. Yeah, it's Mega Kangaskhan. The pre-release format is awesome. You know, I will be spending so much time playing that. Like every single time they rotate out sets, I'll be playing that. Okay, so we are totally fine here. All right, so I'll put down Mega Kangaskhan. So if we lose this game, it's for the Wind's fault somehow. Though I am the one, wasn't I the first one to upload the Mega Kangaskhan ice cream video? So technically it's my fault. With a starting hand like this, I don't think there's any way we can lose, right? So let's go 1, 2, 1. And yeah, I guess maybe another Toxel. And then do I put the baby Peturunt? Is like, do I go for baby Peturunt? Is that a thing we do? Because I can go Mochi and Ancient Booster. Or do I just go for Brute Bonnet? Because what I could actually, no, yeah, what I can do is just this. I can just do this. So then we go Ancient Booster. We attach to the active, Binding Mochi U, and then Poison. I think it's worth it to Iono. I think it's worth, like, I know we had a Scrafty in our hand, but I still think it's worth it to Iono. And then we have a Scrafty in our other hand. Okay, so this worked out really, really well. And then we also get to put some damage on them. So this will soften up the Kangaskhan, which is great. They have to get a Crispin, which, I mean, they're going to. Of course, they're going to get a Crispin. But I think... Oh, that's not a Crispin. So they're going to go Trolley Energize. Yeah, Trolley Energize. Get their Monkey Dory set up. But they clearly don't believe that I can take the knockout this turn with the Scrafty. Like, it's going to be close, but I can't... Oh, dear God. Oh, dear God. Do I think it'll be good? We'll have to wait and see. You know, Japan will test it out in a couple weeks. Like, I'm excited for the implication, right? 5 energy, 150 damage to all their Pokemon. That just seems really good. Okay, so... Ino is bad. Or, I mean, Ino is kind of what we have to do. I know I have TM Evolution, so I think we just Arven and then go TM Evolution. God, the triple monkey. The triple monkey. It's coin flips, but it's 150 damage. But it's 150 damage. You can't say that's not good. Okay, so I think we just attach. Oh no, we go Arven for TM Evolution and Counter Catcher. And then that goes there. That goes there. We shall Evolvify. I think double Toxel, right? We go for double Toxel. We go, yeah, Toxtricity, Toxtricity. Because then this way we can do several things. Well, you don't need to rely 100% on coin flips, because don't forget the Mega Zygarde has, what, 310 hit points? So you can put a Bravery Charm on there. You can put the rock fighting energy on there. There's Barbaracle. You know, it can just do so many things, right? You can just... Like, if I was facing off against this deck, and I flip heads, 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 that's a triple KO on Monkey Dory. Like, if I flip tails, 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 or if I flip heads on Mega Kangaskhan, that's a knockout. So it's like, there's just so many good things that can happen with Mega Zygarde. But, like, obviously, yes, this is a recency bias, or whatever it's called. Or announcement bias. All right, so if they go for an Earthen Vessel, they have a choice to make, obviously, is, do I go for the KO of the Scraggy, or do I go for the KO of the Pecharunt? I think they go for the KO of the Pecharunt, and they set up the Scraggy. Feels like Team Rocket's Mewtwo up. Nah, Mega Zygarde's the GOAT. But yeah, I'm pretty sure they would go for the Pecharunt KO. They're not going to go triple... Yeah, they're not going to go triple Monkey Dory. They're going to set up the Scraggy for a KO. And then I just take the knockout of the Kangaskhan. It's that simple. Oh, wait, what? Wait. What? Why? They must think that I have Monkey Dory then, right? Fetency bias. That's interesting, because they don't have a bosses. They played Arven. Oh, okay. That makes a lot more sense. Okay. That's what we didn't know. Okay, so that's very smart. Now we're screwed, which is great. Now we're 100% screwed, which is great. Okay, so let us... Oh my God, with the lively stadium. Okay, just chill, bro. So I need to get a whole bunch of things right now. We don't need the Pecharunt. You know, I didn't think they'd be able to get all the things. All right, so Toxtricity in the active. We need to put Pheasantipity. And I mean, like, I have a Pecharunt EX. There's things that can go wrong. There's things that can go right. I mean, we have a Peturunt. We have a Scrap. I think I just have to... Oh, wow. We have very low chances of getting anything here. All right, let's Sinister Surge. We got to put double on the Scrafty. We just got to thin the deck. And we have to take the knockout this turn. That is non-negotiable. We have to knock out the Mega Kangaskhan this turn. And it has 280 hit. It has 340 hit points. Yeah, you know, just totally fair. It's got 340 hit points. No big deal. Totally fair. 300 and or whatever, 340 hit points, and we got the Peturunt. Okay, so unless we can get the thingy thing here, then we have to put the Peturunt in play. We did not get the thingy thing, so Peturunt has to go down. All right, so that goes there. We attach to the Peturunt. Here we go. We can do this. We can perfectly do this. We just have to flip 6 heads, and we're totally fine. It's all it's going to take. All it takes is all of us. This is going to be the first 6-0 we've had the entire stream. Oh, no. No. Yes. Yes. Oh, God. We were so close. You know, I've noticed that we rarely get more than 3 heads. We rarely get more than 50% the good way. We always get, you know, less than 50% the bad way. And it would have been really good if I could have saved an Ino, because we're going to knock out this Mega Kangaskhan this turn with the Peturunt. Because they don't have a bosses, so we're taking the knockout with the Peturunt this turn. They're going to have, again, triple Monkey Dory. But if I just had one more Ino, because like, what are they going to be able to do next turn? They can't do anything. My Peturunt's going to solo them. Right? And like all their energy is accounted for. So if I could have just been able to hold on to an Ino, we would be so good right now. We would be so good right now if I just had a freaking Ino, because they're going to be down to 2 prizes. We take the knockout with the Peturunt. I might have to poison the Peturunt. I'm not sure about that one. And they do have a choice to make as well. They can let the Scrafty die to poison. They don't have to actually physically take the knockout of the Scrafty. They can just let it die to poison. Put the 3 damage counter somewhere else, like on my Peturunt. Because that does put my Peturunt in range. And they'll be totally, totally fine. But we are currently... Oh. Okay. Was not expecting that. All right, do I just go for broke? Like, I can put a Scraggy down. We can potentially get another Scraggy going. There's the... Yeah, here we go. Here comes all the ice cream. One more for good measure. Yep. Oh my God. They just... Reminder that we Ionode them into this. So we Ionode them into Crispin double ice cream. Which is just magical. Just pure magic that we Ionode them into everything they needed. Oh, man. All right, so how much are we doing? We're probably only doing like 160 or something. Yeah, 180 with poison. That would not be it. Wow. All right, maybe Mega Gengar is the savior here. Okay, so let's get rid of that. Let's do double Gengar. Let me just double check the list. Okay, so we have 2 Battle Cage, which has proven to be completely useless. So let's get rid of Battle Cage. I mean, we got Sneasel. Again, not that useful. We have Prime Catcher as the ace spec. So I think we can get rid of a bosses. How many Peturunts? We have 1 Peturunt here. So let's get rid of Air Balloon. Let's get rid of Research. The question is, do I go for Arvin? Because I can Arven for a bunch of things. You know, we have all the Toxels, so it's like, do I go for Arven and TM Evolution? I guess we do. So it's like 1, 2, 3, cut stupid Battle Cage, worst card ever printed. And then we cut an Ino. We put Evolution. Okay, so we have 2 rare candy. We have an air balloon. And well, you gotta live in a great place for that to happen. So I guess, yeah, we'll just go for the trolley. You know, the trolley seems to be the tried and true play here, even though it's never worked. It's the tried and true play that has never actually worked. And then trolley. So we'll go double bosses. So we have evolution. We have that. We have 2 super rods, so I should probably up the energy count to 9. And then, like, is there anyone else that we want here? I guess just like Great Ball or something. Even though, no, I guess it should be Pokegear. Even though I don't want it to be Pokegear. Can it not be, can it please not be Pokegear? Can it be anything but Pokegear? Yes, we're not putting Pokegear in here. Worst card ever made. We're going double Gengar. We got this. Doo 05. But man, I really thought we had a chance against that Kangaskhan deck, and then, you know, I know your opponent into Crispin, Ice Creams, they get 3 Monkey Dory, they get Turbo Energize. I'm starting to think that basic decks are the plan here, or are the way. Okay. Not the best, not the worst. I will take it. So, in this situation, oh, good God. Never mind, it's the worst. They always start the stupid... Okay, we're going to be fine. We're going to be fine. Everything is great. So what do you think? Press 1 for Cerulege, press 2 for Lucario, press 3 for Golden Go, press 4 for Raging Bolt. Well, here's your answer. It's Lucario Lopunny. So that was what was that, number 2? And you'll never guess what Gengar's weak to. Oh, okay, this is actually really good for us. So they could have taken the knockout, but they went for the item lock instead. But you'll never guess what Gengar's weak to. I bet you can't guess. I bet you have no idea what Gengar's weak to. It's such a mystery. It's shrouded in mystery like a fable. What the hell is this crap? Okay, so let's go into you. Yeah, we just call for family. So we go get Ghastly. We go get Ghastly. We get Rick Ghastly and... What, just another Toxel? And apparently I broke the game by having that damage counter, having the refractory period or whatever it's called. Okay, so they kind of did us a favor, I guess. Unless they just, you know, have everything. Okay. I don't know what that noise was, but it was a good one. Okay, so we call for family. We have Toxtricity. I want to, yeah, we'll do that into the Scraggy. We'll put an energy on the Ghastly, because again, we just want to thin our deck here. That's all we want to do is just thin the deck. If we can get the Haunter, that'd be perfect. If we can get another Scraggy, that'd be perfect. You know, if they want to keep wasting time, I'm okay with that. Because the longer this game goes on, the better it is for the rest of us. Well, that's not great. Yeah, we'll go for the Scraggy now, I think. So we go for the Scraggy. All right, I mean, worst case scenario, what? I just playful kick a couple times? Oh. 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 That's why they weren't in a hurry. Why weren't they in a hurry to do anything? Oh, because they knew. They absolutely knew. No, not really, because Lucario powers up the Ogre Pond, and then you have Lopunny in there for funsies. Alright, well, I guess I need to start attacking. So let's go Arven. I'm just trying to thin out the deck here. So yeah, let's get Precious Trolley. Actually, I guess we get Rare Candy. And let's go Evolution. So yeah, I should have, I did that in the wrong order. I probably also should have checked to see if we had a Haunter. We do, luckily. But I should have double checked to make sure we had everything. Yeah, so that was kind of dumb, but this does give us a retreater later, so I can, you know, manually retreat the Toxel later. They do have to attack with Lucario in order to use their Wellspring Mask Ogerpon, unless I just get it like that. And I know we're getting it like that. We're getting it like that all day. We're gonna flip 4 heads. I believe in the heart of the cards here. I've believed in the heart of the cards for years. And this is just going to prove me right that believing in the heart of the cards is always the way to go. You should always believe in the heart of the cards and the heart of the coin flips and the feet of the balls. Oh, that means I got it. PTCGL's leaking the sauce. PTCGL just leaked that we got it. That's hilarious. I've never seen that before. PTCGL leaked that we got it before it even happened. Because it, did you see that? Because it shrunk their side of the field, so it knew you're going to take the knockout before it even happened, because this is a well-made game, by the way. You know, it doesn't leak things ahead of time. PTCGL with the spoilers. What is this? What am I, a 16-year-old with an Audi? Because that was a spoiler if I've ever seen one. 250, PTCGL spoils the result. You know, maybe I'll post a couple YouTube shorts. They gave me a thumbs down. That's not very nice. All right, that's fine. I can double attach. Yeah, also, I've noticed that my YouTube shorts are randomly doing things now, and I don't quite know why. But yeah, my YouTube shorts are just, like, doing things, and it doesn't make a lot of sense to me. All right, well, we'll retreat. We'll go into the old Scrafty, and then we'll win. But it's so funny seeing a YouTube short. Oh my god, we're gonna go 0 for 6. No, we're not. Okay, 3 and 3. I'll take it. But it's so funny seeing your YouTube shorts and you have like 60,000 views, and then it's like estimated revenue $10. Estimated revenue $10. Congratulations. 60,000 views, $10. We really know how to spoil you. So yeah, YouTube shorts not a way to make money. They finally got the lilies. But it's probably too little too late. Because once I get the Gengar going, we are totally fine. And I'm now regretting not getting that Super Rod. I just thought we were going to be stuck in Badoo hell the rest of the game. And also, I don't know if you know this, but having 3 Toxel on the field, not good. You know, in terms of strategy, having 3 Toxel on the field, that's not what you want to do. You kind of want to do the opposite of that and have 2. Well, I guess the opposite of 3 is 1. But yeah, so I have lots of YouTube shorts, and the thing they always try to say, like, oh, if you're a YouTuber and you want to get subscribers, post YouTube shorts. That my biggest YouTube short that has like 60 or 70,000 views, 15 subscribers. That is how many subs I've gained from it, and $10 revenue. And randomly, it's like my #1 video of the year so far. And it's from like 3 years ago, and it's called The Pokemon Company is Lying to You. And it's the one where they screwed up reading the Jirachi. So if you'll recall, I will put it on screen. There's this Jirachi. I can't remember the exact screw up they had. Oh no, I can remember because I'm smart. I'm a fart smella. So if you watch my YouTube short, go into the shorts section of my YouTube channel. You can find it. I think you can sort by popular for YouTube shorts. But if you read Stellar Veil, it says prevent all damage counters. put on the bench by your opponent's basic, and it said it can stop Dragapult. So they were lying about that one. They were like a Pyroar. They were lying. All right, let's get rid of... sure, let's get rid of Toxel. And, I mean, we're probably not going to need the counter catcher the rest of the game. All right, we got the Gengar. Gengar down. And then Ultra Ball away. Let's get rid of this. We probably... Yeah, we'll just get rid of the Ghastly and the Rare Candy because we have so many Super Rods and we should have another thingy thing. All right, but do you see when PTCGL gives us even the slightest bit of encouragement, we tend to win. It's crazy. All right, and I'm not going to worry about Mega Gengar. That'll be my break in case of emergency card. We only need 5 heads to knock out the Kangaskhan, by the way. If you're counting at home, we only need 5 heads. And we got 4 last time, I believe. This is the game. No. Whoa, no. Oh. Again, we've never gone 5-1, but we've gone 1-5 multiple times. Look at what Tails is at. Funny number. Everyone comment below, funny number. And the saddest part is that we can't take a knockout of the Kangaskhan with the Gengar. That's the saddest part, is that we can't take a knockout of the Kangaskhan with the Gengar because it's going to have 10 HP left. Oh, this game has a great sense of humor. You know, they dangle these things in front of me. It's like, hey, you're going to go 4-2 on that Ogerpon, and you're going to knock out that Badoo. You're going to get off to a great start, and then the wheels will come falling off. But I have 3 Super Rod. But the problem with that is I have 3 Toxtricity on the field. So they're definitely going to come up with Lucario. I mean, I think it's okay to attack with the Gengar. Right, it's not the best thing to attack with the Gengar, but I think it's fine to attack with the Gengar. Because, sorry, after the Scrafty. Like, after this Scrafty, I will attack with the Gengar. Simply because they take 0 prizes, but if they attack the Gengar, that's good. Right? That means they're not attacking a Scrafty. Okay, hang on. I think we forego that now then, right? We go, yes. Scraggy, double energy. Actually, we have a Scraggy in the hand, so it should be a Scrafty, I guess, right? Oh, I thought we had another Scraggy. Ruh-roh, Raggy. Okay, Sinister Surge. And then we do that, because I'm not really worried if they decide to target my Gengar. If they decide to counter catcher or bosses or whatever my Gengar, they're leaving 2 fully powered up Scrafty. I mean, I understand that's a Scraggy, but you know what I mean. You know what I mean. And we're going to flip 6 heads here. It's going to be our first 6-0. We've gone 1-5 3 times. We've gone... Okay, I'll take 4-2. I'll take 4-2. That sets it up for a Mega Gengar. That sets us up for game. But I've never gone more than 5-1, which is crazy. Sorry, I've never gone more than 4-2. So I've gone 1-5, YouTube audience. I've gone 1-5 3 times. I've gone 0-6 once. I've never done higher than 4-2. And Manderson, I don't. I understand what you're saying, that I have Fez Snipe for game. Currently, I don't, because there's not enough energy in the deck. But yeah, if I just get a Super Rod, because there's 2 left in the deck, then I can potentially do it. And then maybe the triple Toxtricity won't come back to bite me. Oh, I thought they were going to gust the Mega Gengar. They still might. But yeah, if I can do that, I will. And if they knock out the Mega Gengar, that's only 2 prizes. Oh, this is great. They take 0 prizes again. I'm going to try and play this next week. So my goal next week is to get a Mighty Dengar video up. I'll try it with Grimmsnarl. I have like just a true Mighty Dengar idea. So we have lots of plans here. Oh, thank you. Thank you for the precious trolley. What would I do without that? What a great card to top deck. All right, well, there's a super odd. So we go 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I'll just put all 3 back in. And then, I mean, I'm going to I&O first, okay? I know we probably have that Earthen Vessel still in the deck. Fine, we'll do the snipe. It's funny, right? It's funny to do it. We completely shut them out, which is hilarious. We just shut out a Mega Lucario deck with Gengar. They didn't take a single prize. Press 1 if you've ever seen that before. Have you ever seen a Mega Gengar deck shut out a Mega Lucario deck? I haven't. Have you ever seen you know it. Have you ever seen a chicken wear pants? All right, then we just manually attach to the Fez. And then that's what I call a GG, because Megas don't have a stupid built-in bench barrier. It would have been funnier, I think the funniest, to win with Scrafty, but we all knew that wasn't going to happen. Boom. I just got a YouTube video. You know what that sound is? Do you hear that? Do you hear that? Do you hear that sound? That's me getting a YouTube video out of this. And that's the sound I make whenever I get a YouTube video. So, YouTube audience, you don't get to hear that sound often, because I usually just save it for the stream audience. But that means we got a YouTube video, and apparently Gengar is really good if your opponent doesn't do anything for 5 turns. And, oh, don't you just love... So here's 1 screen, 2 screen, 3 screen. So when you get a reward, you're forced to go through 3 screens instead of it just being automatically added to your account. And that's pathetic. Like, I know TCG Pocket's not much better, but like, this is just for 100 crystals or 200 for which is a pack. 1 pack. And yeah, that tweet about the build and battle format. Fun fact, I got quote tweeted by Poke Duels. So, and they have 11,000 followers, almost 12,000. So, and I didn't gain any followers, so quote tweets are useless. But it's still cool. And unfortunately, yeah, the Sneasel hasn't done a single thing this entire stream. I'm big sad. And then again, all we do is just face stupid Terras. Right? It's impossible for Team Rocket Sneasel to do anything when all you do is face Terra decks. Ooh, it's Magnezard. Magnezard. I think this is an obvious choice. Even if we prize the trolley, I still think we're in business here, because I would just go get a Buddy Poppin'. All right, so we go Scraggy, Toxel, Ghastly. Is there a Haunter in the deck? Of course we prize the Haunter. Why wouldn't we prize the Haunter? That would be too smart. But we have a Ghastly, we have Rick Ghastly, we have Rare Candy. I mean, we're fine. We're fine. Everything's fine. Oh, there you go. TM Evolution. And Evolvify the Scraggy and the Toxtricity. Yeah, we get a Toxtricity, we get a Scrafty. And we might just, like, donk them or something. And 4 Wet Lights. Yeah, no Snorlax Doll this time. This is a crazy Charizard player who's not playing a Snorlax Doll. The audacity to not play a Snorlax Doll in this Charizard deck. And I regret not putting the Air Balloon in play, but who would I have put it on? A Toxtricity? That would have made too much sense. We're knocking out that Oricorio. We might be 10 damage short, but that's fine. We're knocking out that stupid Oricorio. And we might be able to go the entire game. Oh, wait, do I just go get Gengar? Hang on. We have Gengar. Do I go and get it and then just I mean, that would have been a guaranteed knockout if I get the Gengar, but we don't want to do that here. We don't do that kind of stuff here. That's for losers. We'll do it next turn. We don't do that this turn. We'll do it next turn. All right, so Toxtricity gets the energy, or do I just... Like, there's such a big chance that we don't get it. All right, so let's go... actually, I don't think we want to put the air balloon on the Sneasel, because again, this is a Terra deck. But they're playing Megazard. Okay, so because they're playing Megazard, then I think that's okay. And I don't think... They don't have it like that. All we need is 4 heads. We can just knock out the Oricorio. We'll get 4 heads easy. Easy 4 heads. I told ya. It was written in the stars. It was written in the Brilliant Stars. It was written in the canceled Pokemon Stars that was supposed to be on Switch. And if you didn't know, let me get this real quick, updated real quick. So for the, you know how there was Sun and Moon, and then there was Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon? There was supposed to be Pokemon Stars for the Nintendo Switch. So they were supposed to continue that and put it on Switch just to get a Pokemon game on Switch. But during development, they were like, you know what? I don't think this is going to sell well on Switch. Let's just remake the original games again for the 5th time, like the 2nd time. But let's just remake those. And then they ended up selling like 30 million copies, and they made the right call. But the original plan was to release Pokemon Stars on Switch, and that was supposed to be the first game. I mean, I don't really know if it was for better or worse that they went with Let's Go, but they wanted to capitalize on the hype of Pokemon Go. So again, every single video, every single stream, you get a useless fact. That's your useless fact of the stream, of the video as well. All right, well, apparently this is going to be made into a video, because as long as I take a knockout, you know, we can make a video, because we got to make the people happy. You know, Charizard doesn't stand a chancey. We can just soften up a Fez, we can soften up a Pidgeot, and we'll be totally fine. The fact that they didn't Iono me is kind of crazy. So, yeah, we just 100% bosses the Charmeleon, right? You jerk. You jerk. All right, well, that's not going in the YouTube video because they don't deserve to be featured there. They don't deserve to be featured in the video. You know, we already have enough for a video. They don't deserve to be featured. But, you know, I'm trying to be less, you know, crazy about what I post on the channel and just trying to post. Because as I've talked about before, you watch Magic Arena creators, the drafters specifically, not the ones who build actual decks, but the drafters, if they go 0-3 drop and it's an hour-long video, they'll still upload it, right? It's if you win 6 games, you win the draft and you get the maximum rewards. But if you lose 3 games, you're out. And they will regularly upload 0-3 drops, and they'll still get, you know, 10 to 20,000 views. So I'm trying to be just more, you know, entertaining, right? I'm trying to be more like, hey, we're trying to be entertaining here. You know, I'm showing you what not to play. Sometimes you need to know what to play. Sometimes you don't. You need to know what not to play. Is this another good start? What is going on? Another good start? Let's hope Trolley is not prized. Don't put that evil on me. I mean, even if it is and we have Buddy Buddy Poffin, we'll be fine. Okay, do not put the trolley being prized on me where it's not going to be prized. See, I told you. The TM Evolution is prized. Oh, and it's in the hand. Oh, okay. See, you're trying to put that evil on me and it's not going to work. So I think we win if we can just not lose. So we go that, Ghastly. Yeah, we got Haunter, so we can Ghastly. We have the Fez. We have a Toxtricity in hand. So I think we go Scraggy and assume this Scraggy is about to get knocked out. So it'll be TM Evolution, Energy. Let's go. Yeah, because they don't play Iono. So I know that my hand is not going to be affected here. So we evolve into Haunter and Scrafty. The only thing that could go wrong, obviously, is if they get Spidops, Giovanni, Energy, and I think they would also need a Buddy Poffin. So that's the only way that our Haunter gets blown out like my butt after eating Taco Bell, is if they go Giovanni, Poffin, Energy, or yeah, that could also do it. So there are several ways our Haunter could get knocked out, but I would imagine they're going to play with Ariana Grande, right? They're going to play Wicked for Good and go with Ariana Grande. And there's the Giovanni. Oh no. Please just go for a Toxel. Oh no. No. Don't. No. No. They need so many pieces. They did this before they had the bench and before they had the energy. That's still not a KO. That is still not a KO though. They need 2 more dudes on the bench. Oh, they got greedy. They got greedy. Also remember that Gengar doesn't stop Spidops. So that's another thing, is Gengar doesn't stop Spidops. Because it's only EXs. So it's like I'm not in any rush to put the Gengar into play, though it is a good card in this specific situation. All right, so we retreat. We do need 3 heads, which is slightly concerning. But I think, yeah, just in case I get some evolutions, I guess. Just in case I get some evolutions, then I'll do this. Yeah, just in case we get some evolutions. There we go. There we go. All right, and then we go Ruffian's attack. So we still need 3 heads. This is not a guarantee. If we don't get 3 heads, they take us out in revenge. That's the 4th time this has happened. That is literally the 4th time we've gone 1 in 5. We have never gone 5 in 1. That's the 4th time we've gone 1 in 5. Yeah, not even PTCGL could give me that one. All right, and they got the Proton. Well, Gengar should be okay. I mean, we do have Lily's Determination, so we should be fine on that front. So that's good. They're going to go Proton. They're going to knock out my Scrafty. They are putting a Team Rocket's Mewtwo into play. I do wish I'd prepped the Haunter now. But I think in this situation, we're screwed. Oh, they're getting rid of the Mewtwo. Okay, so that's really good. Because remember, they're going to have to, like, 2-shot the Gengar at this point. It would have been a 3-shot if they hadn't gotten the Giovanni energy. Though I think I still have Picnic Basket in the deck. And I'll start a prediction for the next game. I will play the Area 0 build. The completely untested, whatever build. It'll be the Area 0, so I would bet no. I'd bet all your channel points on no. But if we face, like, Kangaskhan or something, and they're playing a Terra Kangaskhan build, oh, it'll be great. It'll be magical. Okay, so I think we go up with the Haunter first. No, not for Rigoref, just Cornerstone Masked Ogerpon. All right, let's do that. And then I'll manually attach to the Haunter because we want to put as few damage counters on the Haunter as possible. All right, then we play with our Rod. We put in, yeah, let's just put everybody. Do we put everybody back in? You know what? I think it should just be energy at this point, right? And we just go like Pheasantipity. Well, the problem with that is that the Giraffarigue are not what you want them to be. So that's the issue, is that Giraffarigue does not help you out in that Professor Turos scenario. All right, let's get rid of lilies. We'll go for a... sure, let's go get a Toxtricity, because Toxtricity doesn't get knocked out by the dude. Actually, we'll go for a Fez. Because remember, Fez also doesn't get knocked out. So I think next turn, what I'm going to do is attack with Mega Gengar, send the energy back to like Pheasantipity, and then Pheasant... Are you kidding me? We just went back. That's the second time we've gone back-to-back 1 and 5. That's the second time we've gone back-to-back 1 and 5. You can't tell me... So look at the coin flip counter. You can't tell me it's not rigged. Yeah, there isn't a single basic Dark-type Terra. There's Ferretiraf, Hydreigon, and I think just Charizard. I think those are the only Dark-type Terras, which is really weird. Like, they didn't give us... Like, the Hoopa is a fighting type. Umbreon's not a Terra. Right? Umbreon's not a Terra? All right, well, there's Rocket Rush. And, yeah, we just have to... I guess we just... here, we're gonna... This is what we have to do. This is the world we're living in right now, where I have to do something like this. And I hate myself for it. Oh, Umbreon's a Terra? Okay, yeah, well, that shows how much I pay attention to literally anything. Okay, so let's go Ultra Ball away, that and that. We'll go get the Gengar prematurely, so we have it. Okay, how much energy is in there? 3? Well, we're putting all that back in, because we need all the energies. Oh, right, yeah, they made them all... yeah, Yeah, sorry, I'm an idiot. I was thinking like regular Terras, they're stellar Terras. That's my bad, I'm sorry. And of course we get the counter catcher. So the counter catcher will obviously be saved for the Mewtwo. Because they're not gonna have a Giovanni and do all the things, and they put a Mewtwo down because they thought they were so clever. Did we prize the Ghastly, right? I'm pretty sure we prized the Ghastly. I think we prized the Ghastly. I'm not sure. So what should the title of the video be? Scraft, like, okay, so like, what's a working title that I have? Scrafty is finally playable with Phantasmal Flames. I made this Scrafty deck work. And they got the Giovanni energy, all the things. Of course they did. Of course they got it like that. Why wouldn't they get it like that? They literally got everything, which is Captain Insano, but they're only taking 1 prize. I don't know if they realize that they're only taking 1 prize. Oh my goodness. Well, I have to knock out the Mewtwo. As much as I don't want to, I have to. So they're only taking 1 prize. We should have 1 more Super Rod, I think. But that's a tough one. That's a tough one to swallow. And I'm used to swallowing... never mind. Okay, so let's do that. Let's double check the deck, see what's in there. So we got... Iono, Boss, Arvin. No Ghastly, though. Let's Arvin for... Yeah, Super Rod, I guess. And... Yeah. Like, there's nobody I can really attach to. I guess, yeah, I just have to attach to a Toxtricity. because the Toxtricity can knock out the Mimikyu. So we go Toxtricity. That can knock out a Mimikyu. I will boss next turn. Ooh, the Picnic Basket is great. And there's a Ghastly. Okay, so I think we're fine now. I think everything will buff out for us now. Because I Toxtricity to the Toxtricity. Or I just, you know, take the knockout of the Spide Ups with the Gengar. Like, I have multiple options. You know, I think what I do is... Oh, no, we go for the Tarantula now. We absolutely go for the Tarantula. Okay. Let's hit him with that. And then I want to get 2 energy in play. So, yeah, we want to put 1 there. And then 1 on the Toxtricity itself. You can attach to yourself, right? Yes. Okay, good. So you can attach to yourself, right? So then that'll go there. Then we retreat. Bosses. Knock this guy out. Picnic Basket. Gentle Slap. All right, and then we attack with a fresh Gengar next turn. That is the entire strategy. As long as they don't use Archer, we should win the game. Because they can't knock out my Mega Gengar with a Spide Ops. Obviously, if they go Giovanni, that's bad. But they, no matter what, they can't knock out my Gengar this turn unless they go Brave Bangle and do all the things. And I will just obviously retreat into the Gengar. Not weak to grass. Still not weak to grass. Okay, let's see what else we got. We got those things. Okay, and then Rare Candy. Evolve. How many energies in there? 0. I do have to be careful that we don't deck out. There's a slight chance that I deck out here. So we do have to be careful. Everything will be fine though. I'm confident in my abilities here. I'm confident in my abilities to not screw up. And then we take the KO. I'll put it there. I know I should have put it on somebody else, but don't worry about it. We're going to win. This is just expert level gameplay right here. Don't worry. All this is expert level gameplay. The fact that they've only played half of their deck is kind of crazy. And seriously, only one person voted yes that I'm going to win. After you just saw this absolute domination, they did more they did more damage. That was unexpected. All right, let's go. Oh, I love it when it does that. All right, Shelby with the all creamy pigtails. Yeah, so it's Cornerstone Mask. There's no Farigiraf. Like, obviously, I'd like it if there was Farigiraf, but don't forget, Farigiraf attacks for a Psychic. So even if you put Farigiraf in the deck, it can't attack unless you put something in there that you don't want to put in there. We going first or second? I decided to go second because I'm cool like that. Oh, come on. Seriously? The first time we face Iron Hands is now. And yeah, I mean, I know obviously you can't attack with Cornerstone Mask Ogerpon, but... Oh, wait, it's the future deck. Okay. So they're going first. They're going to knock out my Toxel. That's okay. Wow, this is like old school future deck. This is like super duper old school future deck. Okay, so let's put... I think another Toxel down. How many super rods we got in here? Probably just 2, right? It's either... Oh, we have 3. Okay, so then I'm just going to... Nest Ball. Seto, welcome in. Perfect timing. This is the last game of the stream. So I'm actually going to research. And happy Badoo year, I think you mean. Happy Badoo year. You can't set up if I clutch. They'll probably have a jet energy if they're playing what I think they're playing. Okay, so let's go Scraggy. Call for family. We'll get Toxel Fez. Or no, we'll get Fez Cornerstone. And then do I have Air Balloon? Yes, we do have Air Balloon. A-Spec prized? Yeah, I guess Trolley would be the A-Spec here. Okay, so we can win this one if we just don't lose. You know, this is going to get a little tricky because they do amp me very much, but as long as they can't find a heavy baton, we'll be okay. Yeah, we're still fine. As long as they can't get a heavy baton on the iron hands, we'll be okay. That's interesting. Do they not have it? Oh, okay, they got the... I was like, do they seriously not have it? But Seto, how are you doing? How many streams are you planning on doing this year? And how many of them will be in a maid costume? I hope it's a lot. Oh, what was that, Manderson? What was that? They're still short of a KO unless they get another Iron Crown or if they get a Future Booster. So this could go really well. And if they put down like a town store that... Oh, they got it. Okay. So it doesn't really matter what I do because they're just going to do it like that. All right, so we have to, yeah, we have Fez, we have Iono, we have all the things. They're obviously going to set up an Iron Hands. As long as they don't get a stupid heavy baton, we will be fine. That is the only thing I'm worried about is a heavy baton. As long as they don't get heavy baton, I think we can win this one. Yeah, they played a switch. All right, that's perfect. And then we go Scrafty, Yveltal, Petulant. Seems a little overkill for a 110 hit point Miraidon, but it's fine. We do still need a Toxtricity though. So one of these next 8 or one of these next 9 cards. Oh crap. Has to be an Ultra Ball or a Toxtricity. Thank you. That was very close. So I think we don't go crazy here, right? We don't put the Scraggy or the Toxel into play. Because what are the odds that we don't flip 2 heads, right? We have 6 Darkness dudes in play. I already sacrificed, you know, a basic. But, you know, I've learned from experience, you know, check the coin flip counter. Just check the coin flip counter. That's all you need to know about my decision here to overload the bench. And then we go 4 and 4. Then we go 4 and 4. So based on that, we would have taken the knockout, but yeah. All right, so it doesn't matter if they take the knockout this turn. It doesn't matter if they amp me very much this turn. The only thing that goes wrong is if they put a heavy baton on the Iron Hands. It would also be hilarious if they put a Latias into play, but I'm going to guess they don't have that. Okay, please. No! See, this is what I didn't want to have happen. Okay, so we have to get rid of that, and I guess the Petulant. That's exactly what I didn't want to have happen. You know, that's why I wanted to keep the 2 in the hand. It's for a situation, for a moment like this. You know, some people wait a lifetime. But I'll take Levincia if it means they don't have a heavy baton. Okay, there we go. They don't have it. Here we go. Here we go. We can do this. It's going to take a lot of things. I'm going to Iono them down to 3. We have the Area 0 underpants. I think, yeah, we have to Iono. That's non-negotiable. So let's get rid of that. Here we go. Can we do that? Let's We also have to get a Scrafty, which is not guaranteed. We also have to get a Scrafty, which we currently don't have. All right. So a lot of things have to go right. Okay, so Area 0 Underpants. We're going to see 8 cards. I would really like it if we got a Super Rod off the Ino and not off the Fez, because that would be really bad. And that's really bad. Okay, we do have an Ultra Ball. But I don't... Why did I do that? Oh, okay. Why did I put the Psyduck into play? That was dumb. So let's go... yeah, Scraggy, Scrafty, Toxel. And then Ultra Ball. That and that. I have to get a Scrafty. Oh, this is going to go so badly. This is going to go horribly. I have to get a basic. This is the one time PTCGL. We need to get 4. All we need is 4 out of 5. Twitch Destro, I'll read that in a second. All we need is 4 out of 5, and we win this game. That's it. For the first time, we need to go 4-1. Oh, no. One away. One away with Twitch Destro, thank you. We were so close. As you can see, the coin flip counter is not cooperating with me today. Yeah, we've done that multiple times with 1 and 5 heads on Scrafty. I mean, there was nothing I could have done better. Like, obviously the Psyduck shouldn't be in play, but there was nothing I could have done that would have improved this. And now they're going to get the heavy baton. God, for the first time, we needed less than 2 tails. We've never had less than 2 tails on like an actual flip. And there's the heavy baton. So we lose this one. I mean, the only way we can win is if I get the Petrorunt EX. And I obviously didn't put that back in the deck because I didn't think PTCGL would hate me this much, but it did. Oh, man. All right. Well, there's still a slight chance of us winning. I mean, prizing the precious trolley. I think what cost us the game was me putting those 2 basics on the field when I didn't have to. But, like, the odds of them getting Levincia were low. The odds of me, you know, I had to put it down, because if I didn't knock out the Miraidon, then they would have set up another Iron Hands. And it's like, you just have to look at the stream to know how bad this has gone. All right, well... Do I have a counter catcher, or did I just... Oh, I got rid of it. I had to get rid of it, because what I could have done is maybe attack with Fezandipity if I had a second Toxtricity, but of course we don't. Well, yep. Yep. So we gotta go this guy, and I guess this guy. Okay, Fez, I believe in you. I believe in you, Fezandipity. Okay, that is a Petrorunt. That is a knockout. There's no way we come back from this, right? Because what I could have done is if I'd gotten bosses, we could have bossed, because Heavy Baton only activates if they're in the active. So if I could have fezzed and sniped, which would have been funny. But like, you know they have a Gust card. You just know. You can just feel it. You can just feel it in the air tonight. That they absolutely have a Gust card in that hand. Oh, right. They got the Iron Crown. I was thinking that they couldn't do it. Well, that was a loss. All right, so we'll raid Seto. Thanks everyone for tuning in. So I'll be back on Thursday. I'm not actually sure what it's going to be on Thursday. Yeah, I have it written down somewhere what it's going to be, but I have currently no idea. It might be a mega, it might be... Okay, just... See, they don't realize they have game. Even they don't realize they have games. So yeah, I'm not sure what it is, but I'm sure it'll be terrible. I'm posting the stupid video of this. I'm posting the video. You can't stop me.